What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Thursday, January 15th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
We've hit a big benchmark, Mr. Semko. Big benchmark.
I love it. I'm kind of surprised we got this far.
I know. Somebody hasn't put in a complaint or 1,000 yet, so we're going to keep doing it until we do.
We're at 10 episodes.
Big 10. We'll call it the Dwight's Mom episode, the Big 10.
I was hoping that's how you would
Of course,
lead
that's
us
how
into
I'll always
this.
remember this podcast episode.
I was thinking if it was a little bit longer in the episodes that we've done, we could do like a best of, worst of, but that's a little too soon. But we'll wait till we get to 100.
Yeah. I was like, there's so much more worse than best right now. Like when I called Ricky Henderson Willie Henderson, that was pretty bad. But that was episode 1.
Yeah,
that was a lifetime ago.
I think we're good for like 1 or 2 missteps an episode, but I think everything else is pretty solid.
Yeah. And believe me, we know that some of you can't wait to inform us of our mistakes. Jimbo.
Yeah.
You guys said it like this when actually that legal term was incorrect. So try again.
It is always nice having a lawyer as our listener, though.
Yeah. When we need him, we'll come a-calling. Don't you worry, Jimbo.
I hope he picks that phone up.
Yeah. I don't know. He hasn't really been stretching out his criminal law. It's more environmental. So unless we're burning banyan trees in our backyard, I don't know how much help he's going to be.
Well, the way you've talked about how you feel about the trees in your backyard,
I mean, it might happen.
Jimbo might need to be on my
speed dial.
Yeah.
Do. Well, luckily, I wish that I had some sickly trees because then they could just die off on their own. But sadly, they're strong as an ox. You, on the other hand, are not, Semko. You're the reason why we had to push this episode because we had a little sicky Semko.
Yes.
Monday. I think it was just a preemptive sickness because you knew you were going to be sick after that game. But how you feeling?
I feel 1,000 times better than I did Monday and Tuesday. I really did want to do the podcast. There was so much to talk about.
So much to talk about.
I was
playoffs,
I was
God.
perfect going into Monday night with the picks. I had every reason to want to be here Monday night.
Yeah.
But I was feeling just worse throughout the day, Sunday into Monday. I knew it wasn't going to get any better. And I couldn't come over here. And
you were being the thoughtful,
sick.
Jay. I got young kids in the house. Act like they're not patient freaking zero, though. If anything, you would have left with 3 more things. But I appreciate your consideration. And yes, you were you were 5 for 5 going into that Monday night. So believe me, I knew you wanted to come in and peacock and push your chest out and really kind of flaunt it. So I knew that if you could make it, you must have been just dying.
Well, yeah, and it's not like when you were younger. Getting sick was kind of fun in a way. You got to miss school. As we talked before, you got to watch the TV
Price
shows.
is Right. That was the go-to being sick.
Now it's like taking almost like a vacation. There's no fun in it. And when you get back to work, you just got to make up all the crap that you missed.
Yeah.
And yet your team or people you work with weren't expecting you to miss time, so there was really no plan. So there's almost more for you when you get back. So today was hell.
Well, especially when you're like a boss, right? Like Jay Bear, you're a boss.
Yeah.
And when you're sick, it's not like somebody's like, I'm stepping out. They're like, I'm staying in my lane.
Yeah.
And whatever that boss has to do, he's just going to have to wait until he gets back.
There were a lot of things that I wanted to get done in the 3 days I was out of work. Not that it's a 911 emergency, but we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, and there's just, I can't get mad at it. But
All it means is you got to
sucks.
get it done in less time now.
Yeah. It is better, though, than, because I was thinking about this, and how much, at least when I grew up, so I grew up and I went to a Catholic school from like kindergarten through 8th grade. So it was different than like most of the public schools. And I know we grew up in the same area, but you went to public school?
Yes.
Okay.
The Hard Knocks. Of Northern Virginia, 2 miles away from Tyson's Corner Mall.
Oh, the mean
streets
of
at
Tyson's.
Hey, we had Pimmet Hills. That was a rough get around.
I did hear about that.
We had a shooting in our parking lot in high school. Did I tell you this?
No.
Yeah, well, it was before we got there. I think it was when my sister was there. She was 2 years older than me, and there was like gang violence. And there was a kid who was a high school student that was trying to escape to school, and somebody gunned him down in our parking lot.
what's the point of any of that?
Ah, man, just,
Come on, man.
senseless violence.
But yes, no, I did actually hear a little bit that was a rough little area.
No, but I don't get it twisted. We were like a stone's throw from Langley and all those hobnobbers.
It wasn't like Georgetown South.
We
in
hated those.
Manassas.
No, we hated those Madison kids. That was our rival, the Madison. I don't even know what their mascot was. The Madison
Beers.
Mud Flaps. I have no idea. Madison Beers. You go for the hotties. They were pretty smoking hot. All of them. They a bunch of hotties. But
Bunch of rich preppy kids.
Yeah, living on mommy and daddy's. Like, guy was like the vice president of Bank of America and just trolling around Vienna.
Everyone had like Escalades and yellow Jeep Wranglers.
Yes.
But yeah, so going to that small of a school, when you got sick, since you were in the same, it was 60 kids per class, so everyone went to the same class, you would always have some kid that would get the homework for the sick kid.
Right, yeah.
Did they do that in your middle school as well?
No, it was more like if you had a sibling that went to that school, hand it off to the sibling, or just pick it up the next day, and you get a little bit of an extension. But yeah, there was no like nominated kid. You're the sick delivery boy.
You would have the little goody two shoes, which at my school it was like 15 of the 30 would like fight to be the one that could take on the responsibility to bring that kid his homework, because that's what you wanted as a sick kid. You couldn't wait for the stacks of homework.
You just say, yes, this is my time to shine. It's like I've run out of apples to polish and give to teacher.
Yes.
So this is the best way I can get in her good graces. Those are also the kids that slipped multiple times calling teacher mommy. You ever do that? Where you're like, mommy, damn, Mrs. Crap.
No, but any kid that did,
oh man,
didn't hear the end of it.
No, you had at least a week of, hi, mommy.
But man, I sat there and saying, if I had someone bring me work that I had to do while feeling like death, I'd been like, hell no, I'm not getting any of this done.
Yeah.
But damn it, as a kid, you were expected when you
through.
came back to have all of that done.
Yep.
I was like, sometimes I think maybe the kids do got it a little tough.
Yeah. I mean, our generation of kids, I don't know if they still do that now. They just extend them, or they just give us snow day, or I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you're back up and up. I can guarantee you, if you were sick, what wasn't making you any healthier, my friend, was all those freaking energy drinks you drink.
I'm starting to have to rethink a little bit of maybe my morning routine, because after reading an article,
you saw this,
yeah, and then when I realized this 54-year-old moron drinks 8 energy drinks a day,
Jesus,
and somehow has health problems.
Shocker.
I can only tell you, what did you expect?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, those things are just poison in a can.
I think that I'm glad you brought this up, because I have a little something to say about that, and also I wanted to know what you do after your cold plunge. But I want to jump into that real quick, because I think you are drinking from the Yahoo News, the Huffington Post news about how energy drinks are killing
It's a
people.
HuffPost. Yeah, let's bring it down. But yes, go ahead.
Anyway, Huff, Snuff, whatever.
It's a bunch of guff.
Yeah, Post. Because there's a big difference between a lot of different energy drinks.
I knew you were going to go here. You're going to say, well, they're not all equal. So you're saying like the monsters aren't nearly as bad as the rock stars. I'm throwing it back. I don't even know if they make rock stars anymore.
Think they do anymore.
That was Will
either.
Billy's go-to. He was a rock star guy.
Those will kill you.
He doesn't drink them anymore.
No, he's an Alani guy.
Is he an Alani guy? Yeah.
We're an Alani family.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. But yes, are those drinks the best for you now? No. But when there's 0 sugar, when there's caffeine from natural sources,
natural source
green
caffeine.
tea, green coffee beans.
Yes.
They're really only but so bad for you.
Oh, get out of here.
They are. They're not loaded with the sugar.
They're loaded with something like artificial sweeteners.
Okay, yes. But the fact that everyone thinks that they're just going to sit there and say they're heavy in like the sugar, they're like there's the fake caffeine anhydrous, which yes, that is not great for you. But now these new ones, it's like drinking like a Diet Coke.
Yeah, well, that's what my point is. Like, you might as well just go with my mom to McDonald's and get the 16-ounce Diet Coke with the big straws.
These are only 8 ounces. It's not even the 16
Yeah, but you're
ounces.
crushing how many a day?
So me personally, I'll do 2 at the most.
Okay.
But I'll really try to just do 1 energy drink if I do one a day.
Okay.
And then like 2 cups of coffee.
Oh my God, you're doing coffee on top of that?
Yes. I have a morning and a midday caffeine push.
What's the longest you've gone recently? Like generally recently, how's the longest you've gone without caffeine?
I think when I was sick, I think I missed on Tuesday my afternoon.
You got your morning
caffeine,
one, but you missed your afternoon?
and that's probably the longest.
Oh my God,
I've
man.
gone.
So, like, when and if you ever have withdrawals, you're going to have the biggest migraine known to human.
Been there, done that. Actually, had a dinner with my dad, who came up to visit from when I was in Northern Virginia. He had to work and come up there every couple weeks. We went to Bobanitas,
Oh, yeah, Babanitas, yes.
and I tried to go cold turkey that day.
Just, yeah.
The migraines, I was sweating. I threw up in the bathroom.
Oh, my God, you were literally going through like you're a heroin addict.
I was like, Dad, I'm sorry, but I need to get some caffeine. Like, I feel awful.
I need somebody freebase me a Celsius. Jesus.
That coffee was so hot, but I downed it. It burned my tongue so bad, but I needed it. I needed.
It's a drug. Caffeine is a drug.
Well, what? Okay, so you're Mr. Cold Plunge. So you're going to tell me that that's all you need because it gives you 10,000 endorphin rushes
yes.
more than heroin does.
That's right.
Which I'm still wondering how you know.
It's
that.
not heroin, it's cocaine.
Oh, cocaine. Excuse me.
Yes.
Pardon.
Yes. Get your illicit drugs straight, Semco. Pardon. No, I mean like it's the pot calling the kettle black. I don't nearly have the energy drink issue that you do, but on occasion, like when I'm driving, because I have to commute sometimes at long lengths, and sometimes it's late nights, and it's like I don't want to fall asleep on the road, so I'll stop, and I go Celsius, because again, the marketing is proven on me. I was like, oh yeah, this is healthier than the other ones. It's razor thin, the differences of these, but I'm not diving into the Monster Energies or whatever the ones that the freaking...
I don't do the Bang anymore. I stay at 200 milligrams or less.
Okay, so you're looking at the ingredients.
Yeah,
the
caffeine. Because 400 is kind of like the daily. You pass that, it's not great.
Well, give me your top 3. Let's say, oh no, they're all out of Alani. Like, what are your top 3 go-to energy drinks?
Ghost.
Isn't that the freaking... What are those jerks, the boys that are the
That's
podcast?
Prime.
Okay.
You talking about the Paul brothers?
Yes.
That's Prime.
Okay.
Unless they somehow bought... No, some coffee company bought Ghost.
Okay.
Because they know energy drinks are here to stay.
Okay.
It's a brilliant move by the coffee
So Ghost is
company.
3 or Ghost is 1? Ghost is 3.
Ghost is probably 2.
Oh, okay.
Alani
So
is
Alani's
number 1.
Then Ghost.
Then probably your C4
Okay.
by Cellucor.
By Cellucor, yes.
Yeah, that's a really good one. But then after that, I don't know. Zoa is good.
Zoa, okay. Isn't that the Rocks?
It is the Rocks.
See, I know
It's a little bit lower on the caffeine level, but it's not too bad. Redcon 1 is another good one.
I've never even heard of that. Redcon 1?
Redcon 1,
That
yes,
sounds
sir.
just like fuel.
One that if you can find it, and the place down the street has it, Amino Lean.
Dude, you've got a problem.
No, so my wife and I, our eyeballs will like light up if we see either a new brand or a new flavor of
This
an
is
energy
new.
drink.
It's like you're texting each other. It's like,
Yes.
get down to the local grocery mart.
No, when there's like a new Alani flavor, which
Buy the
there is
case.
one right
Buy a
now.
case.
It's like a vanilla cola, which isn't too appealing to both of us. But I scoured a vitamin shop for it the other day, and they were out of it.
And the sheer fact that energy drinks are sold at a vitamin shop, I mean, come on.
It's not all vitamins in there.
No,
buddy.
it's no vitamins in there. Zippy.
No, there is. You can get your saw palmetto.
What? The Saul Palmetto?
Helps your prostate.
Okay.
We should be thinking about some of
Yeah,
these
we
things.
eventually, That's when I'm pounding energy. It's for my prostate.
Some pumpkin seed extract.
Yeah, no, anytime my wife sees an empty can on those long trips, she loses her mind. She's like, "Why are you putting that poison in your body?"
Really?
Yeah. But the cold plunge, it wakes me the hell up. Don't have to worry about it. I've got the kids that exhaust me, and I do on occasion get that drag right around that 2 o'clock hour, 3 o'clock hour. I'm just like, oh, I need something. So I've got these little water enhancer boosters, like the Mios. You remember Mio with the caffeine? I still got those. But they're like the grocery brand. Because I'm not paying $5 for a little Mio. You know, that was always my bit. Did you know this? Like when we used to go out and like Arlington and Clarendon and stuff like that.
You always got something.
A lot of times they'd want to, like the guys would want to go out when I've had a super long day and I'm like freaking tired. So I would bring the Mio with me and I would I'll spritz it in my beer. Terrible idea because it tasted horrible. I know, it was bad. But then I started pranking other people. I'd be like, bloop, bloop, and I put it in their beer. It's like, dang it, Brandon. And I was like, wee. It was a good time. Everybody had a good time.
That reminds me of the time you put a little vinegar on.
Oh man, one of my best pranks. Sea Bear, come on, you loved it. We'll go. How about we talk about that one on Super Bowl week since it happened on a Super Bowl?
It's true, it did. Yeah, that was a good time.
That was a great time.
Bad, not the happiest endings for me, but
no, but we had a good time. I don't. You know what? I'm going to save it because it's a good.
Yeah,
it's a good bit. But yeah, so are you contemplating after reading this article? I got to slow down my energy drink since his heart is about to explode.
The guy drank 8 a day.
Okay.
I would never even get past. I've done 3 before in a day when I was much younger, when I had the bad withdrawals with my dad. That was years and years ago. I couldn't do more than 2.
Okay.
My body's just dude, these aren't the best for you. Plus it's so much caffeine.
Yeah.
And yeah, they taste so good though. That's the problem.
Yeah, of course. They're they make them taste like soda. It's wild now.
I do feel bad sometimes for the kids because you can get Lucky Charms in whatever you want these days.
Oh, so an energy drink, Lucky Charms?
You probably could, or just a Lucky. You could get a Lucky Charms. It's more than your cereal. You could just make cookies. You could just have it in a toaster strudel. All that good tasting stuff is just in whatever you want it to be these days. So
it's everywhere, man.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get revved up on caffeine. You're all energetic. We got some teams that are pretty energetic right now, getting past that first week of the playoffs, man. And man, was it a first week of the playoffs.
It couldn't have been any better, except for the last game of the
weekend. The last two.
That's true.
They kind of fell up. But even those games, they were competitive up to a point. Very competitive to a point.
Yeah.
And then the wheels just fell off. But yeah, I mean, we could literally do an entire episode of every single game and go into every minute detail. But we hear you. You don't want us to go over play by play.
I was so ready to do that on Monday.
You were. You're we could do every play, every drive, every missed field goal. We can go one by one, because again, each game. I mean, you mentioned it on the last podcast, and we'll do quick blurbs for each one of these. But the Panthers-Rams, you mentioned, you're I think the Panthers are going to give them a harder time.
Dude, they're a team that just doesn't seem to quit, even in their losses. And they were at home, kind of house money. And yeah, it took, God, what it would be like. I mean, Todd, French, you know how this feels with all your Tom Brady. And I kind of got it with Big Ben, but that was 10 years ago. I would just love to have a quarterback that I felt was going to have a game-winning drive,
right,
season on the line. And to have some confidence that he could go down and execute.
That's a rarity. You don't get that.
I'd be dying for that.
To have a guy where you're down by 5 and you're getting the ball with less than 2 minutes and you're actually confident we're going to win this game.
Yes.
That's got to be just an euphoric feeling.
Yeah. And yeah, the Rams went right down the field even though it looked like Carolina was going to come back. And I will say, I think Los Angeles will have less trouble with the Bears than they did with the Panthers.
Cardia Bears. So that kind of leads us to the next one, right? That Bears-Packers game, and Jimbo's going to just fast forward through this piece. But man, they 21-3 at the half.
They looked like the Chiefs when they were up 21-3 against the Bengals in that AFC. Where did the offense go in the second half?
It's literally just one of those where they were playing not to lose.
Falcons versus the Patriots in that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What happened after halftime?
I don't know. But at the same time, they really got every quite literal bounce in their favor in that first half. They had 3 fumbles in that game that they should have lost. That Watson one where he tried to Superman into the end zone, and he is so lucky that thing didn't roll out of bounds.
Yeah, the odds of that not having rolled out of bounds was insane.
It's insane. But, I mean, karma came up to him. The Bears scored 25 points in the fourth quarter.
That 4th down throw by Caleb Williams, when he's like literally, he looks like he's like sitting in the air when he throws it. That's why you're drafting number 1,
it's throws like that where they're like, this is why we did this.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, it's like, how many post fades does Loveland gotta get for them to be like, let's just put somebody on the freaking sideline? I feel like every chunk play they got was a post fade to Loveland.
You know who the Bears, though, remind me of? And it's the same coach, Johnson. Dude, when you had Sam Laporta, rookie with the Lions, and then Burden the third or junior, Jamison Williams. Jamison wasn't a rookie, but he had only played 6 games his rookie year. But adding those 2 guys to that offense with Johnson, I'm like, this looks like that Lions offense.
It does, yeah. And, man, Ben Johnson, no love lost for the Packers. You heard him dropping F-bombs, and he just really got into the rivalry. He's starting to get to the – I think I like him less than the Phillies coach. And I didn't think that would be possible, but
I like him more.
I can't stand him now.
I mean, I'm all about if you're going to, like, talk like that, you better back it up.
Yeah.
But it's a rivalry, and, yeah, y'all hate each other. Like, let it fly, especially after a big playoff game. I don't know. I mean, if you're going to start talking trash about every team, that's probably going to be too much. But this was like a rivalry. It's kind of like if Tomlin or Harbaugh had done that, I would have been like, yeah, I mean, it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. Well, I was white-knuckling that whole game, not only because are they really going to pull the 7-2 upset, but also because that's the one place we split on our bet. And I was like, I'm actually going to pull this off.
I thought so, too.
7-2. You know what Jimbo texted me? He texted me before the game, hey, just so you know, my mom's super mad at you for picking the Packers because she thinks you're going to jinx them.
And you did.
You can't put that on me. You can't put that on me. Like, my goodwill got them to where they were into the fourth quarter. They fell on their face. So, Elaine, Abraham, I'm sorry. I'm not taking ownership of that L, okay?
I think you should.
No, absolutely not.
You would take ownership if they came back and won that game.
I absolutely would.
Yeah, okay.
I would absolutely would, yeah.
As long as you understand
Yes,
that.
I understand it, and everybody understands that. But I love the game, and I know we're going to go down, but I have to do a quick sidebar on this because while I was white-knuckling that game was on Amazon, right? It was on Amazon.
Yes.
My wife, partial attention to the game, far more attentive to Amazon promoting their new movie coming out with Jason Momoa and the Wrecking Crew in Hawaii. Not so much because of Hawaii, even though she lived there and she loves it, but because of Jason Momoa. That's her, like, one seed movie. It's just anything that he's in. She doesn't even like going to movies. She'll pay full price, popcorn and soda, to go see him. And
he was Aquaman.
He was. What does that mean? It's Aquaman.
I don't know.
But it made me start thinking. I was like, I wonder if Semko's missus has a guy that she sees on TV that makes her all aflutter.
I really wish it was somebody else. John Cena.
John Cena.
Those jorts. I'm like, you are such Richmond trash to love those jorts. And then he got like the hair plugs, which looked really bad for like a year and which she wasn't a fan of that. But yeah, she's a big John
Cena fan. Okay.
Yeah.
So any garbage that he trots out in.
Now he did have that really good movie with I think Sean William Scott.
John Cena?
I think. Maybe.
What's it about?
The Marine, maybe?
The Marine?
Yeah, it's one of those typical, they call up this guy that's a former Marine to go in and rescue someone.
So it was like an action movie.
It's like a setup from the start, though.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah. So that was in his early days of, like, filming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's gone into comedy now. Like, he was in Trainwreck. He was in
Oh, he has like that show
Cock
on
blockers.
Amazon,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
not on Amazon. It's on HBO. It's Peacemaker. It's
Oh,
part of
Peacemaker.
that. You know, you love it. It's the superhero genre. You know, you're a huge fan of that.
It's the same as that. Is it anything close to the same show that was on HBO with the other superheroes that were getting hunted?
Oh, the Watchmen.
No, it was like they're in real life and everyone knows it and you can like hire them. Oh my gosh.
The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys.
That's on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, get your streamers right, Jesus.
There's so many of
DW
them.
loves The Boys. I'm a fan too. They're coming on their last season. You gonna watch?
Does it sound like I'm going to
probably,
watch?
yeah. Better chance of you watching John Cena wearing jorts on a 2-hour loop.
Watching a WWE event.
Well, after that, and I was like, I gave my wife crap. I was like, Jason Momoa's on. I was like, it's either him or the guy that plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth. Those two. She goes gaga for.
Yeah, I think my wife is it Chris?
Chris Hemsworth,
Is
yes.
it Chris Hemsworth? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she likes him too.
Big muscly guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she kind of turned around and said, well, who's yours? Who's your like go-to? And I was like, I don't really have one. It's like, I really haven't thought about it, to be honest. Maybe it's because I'm not watching as much, or maybe I'm not into it. Or maybe because all the hotties are now on like social media and I'm not there.
Yeah.
But then she was like, well, like back in the day. And I was like, you know who it was? It's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
You were Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Yeah,
guy,
Jennifer Love
okay.
Hewitt guy was dead to rights. Jennifer Love Hewitt and Tiffany Amber Thiessen. If they had 3 names, bam, I was sold. Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Saved by the Bell. Right after she did a really raunchy show on Fox. It was called like Fastlane. Did you ever see this?
I did not.
Ooh, yeah, she was spicy in that one.
Fast Lane.
It's got Bill Bellamy, I believe, in it. Seabear's gonna call me on this. And it's got the main character. It's got like an Italian name. I don't remember what it was. But
your word
anyways,
for it.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. And I'll have to tell you later. We did this bit, me and the guys. We did like a March Madness. You know what? I'm going to save that. But but who's your go-to? Who's your one seed when you were growing up?
So I was definitely in the Jennifer Aniston camp
Yeah.
and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, see, another 3
Which is
namer.
funny because I feel like those were like the 4 that all us guys in our
that's
age
right.
range
Yeah, that
were
was
all kind of
you were on one of
about.
them, yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird. Well, maybe not that surprising that we chose the
Diverted.
other
Yeah,
two.
that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston, Friends. She was tough to top.
Yeah. Why? What was it? Was she like?
She had they all kind of seem to have that, like that girl next door.
Okay.
And I think
That was appealing.
I think when we were growing up, we were shown a lot of that, but then they also kind of showed like lack of a better term, like a sexier side.
Yes.
That we just was kind of like, oh, and it kind of popped for us a little bit. Now it's just kind of like,
Kind of popped. You really had to use that pop.
who can you get in just like the thinnest, skimpiest thing, like that looks about as fake as can be?
Yeah.
And that's like who the young kids are probably looking at.
That's terrible. I would hate that.
Yeah, I know.
Gross.
Right? Pamela Anderson from what was it? Did you ever
VIP.
go-
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
It was on Fox at like 3 p.m.
like
or
a
something.
Saturday or something like that. You're like, well, there's nothing else on. I mean, I'm just gonna have it on in the background. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's a detective show. It's like Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, it's like the great that and like the great Hulk Hogan show. Was it Tropic Thunder? No.
What? No, Tropic Thunder. No.
What was the show? Days of Paradise or something?
Oh yes, I never watched that show, but yeah, I know
that
what you're
was
talking
such a
about.
great bad show.
Great bad shows. We can have a whole bit.
I know.
When football season's over, of bad good TV
I
or
know.
good bad TV. But yeah, so after the Packers game, you had a slew of Sunday games that just got better and better. You had were you white knuckling for that Bills game
Okay,
at all?
that made me about as nervous as I've been in a long time because after my poor college football performance in picking, I really at least needed my Super Bowl teams to make it
At
through
least
the
past
first
the
round.
wild card round. Let me at least get through the wild card round because your track record wasn't great for you.
But I'm gonna say this: Jacksonville, you wanted to run your mouth.
Yeah, they did.
You wanted to tell everybody about how you didn't want anyone rooting for you, didn't want anyone jumping on your bandwagon. And your boy over here told you that was going to be a mistake.
Big mistake.
And you paid for it. And I hope it was all worth it because now your season is going to be forgotten.
Man, a lot of hate for Jacksonville on this right now.
Well, I will say there's always been a little hatred because they've beaten the Steelers twice in Pittsburgh before.
There it is.
But also, once again, I love it if you're going to talk because I think it can be great. But if you don't back it up when it matters, and that's the thing, the Jaguars, you're not that team. You should want people on your squad, but you haven't proven anything. It's like when Jalen Ramsey came out before a season and talked all he talked. You guys didn't even make the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
It's a completely different game. I would hope by now someone in that locker room was like, dude, the playoffs are nothing like the regular season.
Yeah.
Like, you throw all that stuff out the window. Ask Peyton Manning and Drew Brees, how successful were they in the regular season and how successful were they in the playoffs? Because the success they had in the regular season, I guess Jacksonville, I forget what your last name was that you talked, Walker. I guess you think that Peyton and Drew Brees each have like 7 Super Bowls apiece like Tom, right? Because that's about how dumb you sound now, as if you think that, because they're not even close.
Yeah.
God, it makes me so angry.
I can tell, but it's funny to hear me say that. It's like you have no problem with talk as long as they back it up. And because it's like you prove that with your affinity for Ben Johnson and the Bears. You're like, good, I like him even more now because he backed it up. But because the Jaguars lost, if they had won, would you have a different opinion? You'd be like, okay, you talked and you backed it up.
Yeah.
And you beat my Bills.
Because they've got like a bullseye on them. They self-appointed put it on themselves, and they're going through and like taking care of business.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd still probably say, it was the 6th seed. You were at home, but it's a playoff game. But it's a playoff game, and the playoffs are a completely different beast.
When you were playing against Superman himself, Josh Allen, and he did what Josh Allen does, just like we thought he would.
I don't know if they make it to the Super Bowl. I don't know if he can suit up and go. I mean, he's going to get killed before he gets there.
He should have had a concussion, a torn ACL, and a broken hand after that game. And somehow he's just strutting around like nothing. How is he not in a full body cast right now?
I think he knows this is his opportunity.
I guess, yeah.
With no Mahomes and
no Lamar. Yeah, he's like, I just shake it off.
Yeah.
Got to shake it off. Yeah, so he did what he did. It was an absolutely incredible game. Again, another fourth quarter march to give him the lead. Absolutely incredible. And then you had the reigning champs go down like we both called. I personally saw a lot of people taking the Eagles in this game.
I was surprised too.
And even the odds makers. I mean, Eagles were 5.5-point favorites. And the Niners, again, even with George Kittle out for the whole game, RIP George Kittle, guy just can't stay healthy, man.
No.
But you know who can? CMC. Keeps doing it.
You got a guy like that. It's like having a star quarterback.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason to not think that they could still go into Seattle and win that game.
I'm a bit nervous. I think that like subconsciously part of the reason that I picked the Packers because I wanted the Niners and Rams to duke it out. I was like, you guys fight and then the Seahawks can take you on. But now that the Niners are going into Seattle, I'm nervous because we both talked before that game that we both said whoever wins this game, we could see them making it all the way because they're that good. Both of them were. But in true form, like I'd mentioned, I gave the edge to the mid-Niners defense over the mid-Eagles defense, and man, did they look super mid. I mean, the outbursts on the sideline with A.J. Brown, like, what are you doing?
Why are you ruining such a good thing you have in Philadelphia? I hope he goes to like the Cardinals next year, gets traded there, signs a big contract, and we just forget about him because he wanted to get all this money. Good for you, but you could have built a legacy. People would remember your name.
Well, it comes down to it's like, do you want to have an incredible statistical season or do you want to have championships?
He wants the stats.
And that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can't see anything but that
Can't
relationship.
Win with him. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Singletary coming back out of the... He's not dead, but out of the grave, out of the woodwork.
Out of the woodwork.
There we go. And then after that game, then we started to see, okay, some of these games aren't as good as the rest, up to snuff. My wife hopefully is already asleep right now, so she doesn't hear it through the floorboards.
Yeah.
Did anybody really give the Chargers a chance in this game?
No, and it was exactly as you've been calling it since I think the first episode, that offensive line of San Diego, and poor
Justin Herbert.
Oh my gosh.
Running for his life.
And the receivers just, I mean, even Collinsworth was just like, the receivers are just not good enough.
Yeah.
They cannot get open. Like, he's like, Herbert has nothing to throw to.
Yeah, nobody said that guy can't sling it in a small window. That guy can throw it.
And he likes to try to do that, too, typically.
He just didn't have the opportunity.
No, it just wasn't worth it. And, I mean, the game was consistently close. You know, the defense kept holding in the field goals.
Hey, mad respect for that Chargers defense, man. Because, I mean, that's a high-flying Patriots offense.
I like their defensive coordinator.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
You like the little young in there? That's right, because, we'll go into the game, and then we have a nice little segue, too, right after the game. But then we get to Monday. We got the Steelers and that staunch defense. Let's paint this picture for you.
Oh.
Steelers.
You haven't painted a picture
Steelers
of
at
any
home,
other game.
Pittsburgh. Going in, they force C.J. Stroud in a panic to fumble 3 times, recover 3 fumbles. The offense is doing nothing for them. Surely they muster up multiple touchdowns.
You're a playoff team. You have to have at this point,
Of
right?
course, right? I mean, that's just assumed.
Well, you've also got God's gift to the quarterback.
Yes, Aaron
position,
Rodgers. My
right?
goodness,
Yeah.
yes.
We put up 21 points,
And
didn't we?
the most physical Adonis, a wide receiver that's in the league right now, and DK Metcalf.
Don't pay attention that he wears a binky as his mouthpiece.
Oh, you hate the binky. You hate the pacifier.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
You know who first brought that to fame was Eddie George. You remember when Eddie George used to rock the big passy mouth guard?
He at least ran hard and didn't get personal fouls every other game and almost have his team lose.
Almost. But yeah, instead, what did we get? Go ahead, Semco. This is your team. What happened?
6 points.
6
points.
Points.
Off of all those turnovers. At home, playoff game, with the quarterback that held us hostage.
Let me read these turnover stats really quickly. On record, C.J. Stroud fumbled 5 times, lost 2, and he threw an interception. And you guys scored 6 points. One of those fumbles you guys recovered on their 25. All of those turnovers, you got the ball on the 25. You travel like 5 yards to kick a field goal.
Yeah. No, it was terrible.
Now, the score 30-6, it makes it seem much worse than it actually was because the wheels fell off in like the second half of that fourth quarter. Because Aaron Rodgers was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm really just going to fling it. I don't care if my guys are open. Threw a pick 6.
I know.
He kept getting hammered. We talk about, Herbert getting just knocked around. Man, Aaron Rodgers got knocked around. So the question for me and for you as a Steelers fan, is the Texans defense that good or is the Steelers offense that bad?
I think the Texans defense is better. They're better than the Steelers offense is bad. I mean, that defense is for real. I mean, it held like Josh Allen in check. It's held a lot of good offenses in check.
I mean, they have 2 terrifying pass rushers
Yeah.
in Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter.
Yeah. Their secondary is great. It is a really good defense. And they're...
By the way, what an awesome name for a corner. Stingely?
I know.
I'm super stingely.
Derek Stingely. Out of...
That's you.
LSU.
Of course. Shocker. Talent coming out of LSU.
Yeah, I know. But no, yeah, the Steelers offense, I don't know. Maybe it was just a little bit of how they won that game on Sunday. But that offense, they've only really played like 3 or 4 like really good offensive games. And the defense did what it was supposed to do. Truthfully, that was a huge disappointment from the Pittsburgh organization of signing. This is what you brought Aaron Rodgers in for, was when the defense comes up big, which is what they did when you had Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Mason Rudolph. Defense would get you turnovers, and those guys would lead you to no points or field goals. You brought Aaron Rodgers, and last year Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. You brought Aaron Rodgers in to turn that into touchdowns. He did just as well as those guys. Huge disappointment.
Yeah.
You look awful now. I hope that's part of the reason why Mike Tomlin stepped away.
Yeah, so that'll get us into our next
Yeah.
big topic, man. Is we saw the most tenured head coach in the league step down, fired, whatever you want to call it. 19 years.
I know.
19 years. This is the third head coach you guys have had since like 1963 or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is a crazy good run, and I think the reason why Tomlin lasted this long was I think that streak does mean a lot in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. You think a little pride. They're like,
I do. I mean, not that there was like fireable
offenses.
but it's just this continuing in that mediocrity in this day and age that definitely can bring about like firing to bring somebody else. I mean, Jesus, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fired Tony Dungy because he couldn't get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, we talked about this. We talked about it with Vrabel last year. We talked about or 2 years ago. We talked about Stefanski this year. He kind of runs that mold. It's like when you plateau and you just don't move, you're stuck in no man's land. If he had, I do wonder if he had cratered one season. Maybe not this season. Maybe not the last season, but maybe like a season or two. Maybe right after Rosberg hung it up.
Yeah.
And they just cratered. But then they were able to get a good quarterback in the draft.
I know.
Could it have been a different story?
It probably.
But now they're stuck in this desert of just picking up the scraps. I'll give the Steelers some credit for literally throwing everything at the wall just to see what stick. I thought it was hilarious that they went out and got 2 quarterbacks that would be fighting for a one spot anywhere, and they brought them both into the same the same locker room.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's
Russell
not
Wilson
for lack of trying.
They were trying their hardest. They were
Yeah.
like throwing everything they could at it. But again, because of their draft position and what they really should have done, I'm sorry, they got to bite the bullet and they got to trade draft picks, trade up when they see a quarterback that they love. Because I did hear that Tomlin loved he loved Jaden Daniels. I think he loved another dual threat quarterback that came out a few years back. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember either.
But that's the only other move that they could have made that possibly could have saved Tomlin. But yeah, you revel in mediocrity for that long. I just wonder if you guys are going to do any better. Like, I mean, what's next for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah, no, it does remind a lot though of what do we do when we lose Bill Cowher, because didn't have a quarterback then. We're going to have to go with a new head coach. I think that only works but so often. But yeah, got Mike Tomlin and then Ben Roethlisberger and rode that to where he is now. I don't know if you're going to get that successful again. I mean, I know kind of the San Diego Chargers have kind of done it from Rivers to Herbert. The Packers, they've had great luck with Favre to Rodgers and
Love.
now Love. So it definitely can happen, but where they're at now as a team, it's a enviable job to have because you can have some time to maybe implement your offense and your scheme, but defense is aging. There's some good young players there. Offense is a train wreck.
Oh yeah, complete.
And you need a quarterback. And so where you're going to go, I mean, the Steelers love to get a younger guy to try to be there for a while.
Yeah, because they're like, we need a younger guy because we expect you to be here for 20 years.
It's true.
So,
but you're going to try to do that thing I said.
So you're not going to go get Pete Carroll? Comes in there, he's like, I got an idea for a football team.
I mean, they brought Aaron Rodgers in. I don't know what they're doing anymore.
They don't know what they're doing anymore.
Art Rooney, you are not your father. You're making some dumb decisions.
Yeah, so you're not on board because you are not the father.
Not the father.
So yeah, I'm interested here. We can go into it a little bit later because I don't know if they're going to go as quickly as some of these other organizations picking a coach. I think they're going to take their time.
Yeah,
that just seems like kind of where they're going to go. But somebody who didn't take much time to find a new job, we didn't even have a chance to shout out or pour one out for remembrance of Harbaugh because he's already hired again.
Good for you, John. Yeah,
Giants. I don't know about so good for him, but yes, he's already been scooped up. we knew going in that he was going to be the first guy off the market, even though he was the last one fired.
I know.
First one off.
You'd be a fool not to try to get him to be your head coach.
Because again, it's like I hate having the same comparison, but it's hard not to. It's the same situation with Vrabel, and I'm still assuming Stefanski. It's that he's an incredible coach.
Yeah.
It's just his time ran out in his current place. 18 years. We
Yeah.
saw two of the most tenured head coaches lose their jobs within a week span.
Do you know who the longest now tenured head coach in the 4 major sports in America is?
Wow, I know the longest tenured head coach for the NFL right now.
Actually, who is that? Is it Andy Reid?
Yeah, it's Andy Reid.
It's Andy Reid.
13
Okay.
years.
Man, I thought he had like 3 years left after he left Philly.
I know, man. He's made a career
Yeah,
out of
good
it.
for you. You remember him? You almost hardly remember him being an Eagles head coach at this point.
I mean, and thankfully they can forget it because they've gotten a few rings
true.
now. But yeah, they were kicking themselves when they saw Andy Reid just collecting rings
Yep.
with the Chiefs.
I know. But yes,
Yeah, Andy
Eric
was 13 years.
Spolstra,
Ooh, get out of here, Spoelstra! Really?
Miami Heat.
Yeah, he was there when one of your favorite moments in sports history, the decision was made.
I feel like I forgot 10 years worth of sporting events after that stupid moment. I know, and nothing made me happier than watching the Dallas Mavericks actually beat that team in the finals.
Yeah.
I think we watched a lot of those.
We
games
did.
together.
We were both just, come on, Dirk.
I know.
Come on, Dirk.
I hated that
Sean
team.
Marion.
I know.
Jason Kidd. The Jet.
The Jet. They had Deshaun Stevenson, the locksmith.
Oh, they did. It's all the nicknames.
Oh, man, our early 2000s knowledge in sports is
Yeah.
bravissimo.
Chef kiss. It's going all downhill now.
I
really.
know.
But so Andy Reid's now holding the title, but now with Tomlin and with Harbaugh gone, Andy Reid just suffered his first, visit without the playoffs or visit
Changing
season
of
of the
the
playoffs.
guard, maybe.
Is Andy Reid now have to be concerned, or is because of the multiple rings, is he just got a lease on life?
I don't know. I mean, he had one bad season. He still does have Patrick Mahomes. He's got Steve Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
They can probably retool. I mean, John Harbaugh, you're not saying you would have beaten the Chiefs, but who's the tight end that dropped the pass against Buffalo?
Against Buffalo?
Yeah, last year in the playoffs. Mark Andrews.
Yes.
Mark Andrews had the drop. Tyler Loop just had a miss. That Ravens team was ready to rock. So I'm not going to sit here and say they've lost their fastball. It's tough.
Yeah.
But I think, who I think it's gonna do wonders for having John Harbaugh? My guy.
No, don't say starts. No,
King of swag.
Is this Jackson Fart? You want to talk about Jackson Fart?
Jackson Dart.
Ugh.
He's going to learn how to be a pro. He's going to learn how to play the position. He's going to be so much better off.
All Harbaugh has to do is, hey, stop running with your head. Stop running head first. You're going to get a million concussions.
These kids are not easy to convince otherwise, but I think John can do it.
I mean, God bless him. We met John Harbaugh once.
Did you really?
Yes, we met him. I don't know if you saw him. He did the Tough Mudder that we did back in 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Didn't you hold my hand when we jumped off of the...
Yeah. I think we held hands as we went through the electrocution field.
We did.
Which was the stupidest thing.
Yeah, because every shock I got, you got, and every shock you got, I got.
I remember being on my feet, running and feeling these little ow, ow. And then next thing I remember, my face is in the mud. And I'm like, how did I get here?
What happened?
Whew, that was rough.
I still love that Tough Mudder because your boy got recognized on the video and you couldn't have been more salty about it. You remember that in the half pipe? There's a great shot of me getting pulled up.
We had to wait for you and Stephen Hunter at every obstacle.
I was cramping up.
And you got the feature, and you got the...
They saw the face.
Always comes up, Bigo.
They saw the face. But yeah, do you feel at all bad that because these two powerhouses just lost their job, everybody's forgotten that Miami Mike, he lost his job too?
On a personal level for him, knowing what he's kind of going through, maybe a good thing.
Okay.
But Yes, I'm glad we forgot about him. Because he should be forgotten. Because he didn't do anything.
He came in with all this firepower, and it was a flash.
You had a prime Tyreek Hill. I don't know what to tell you, man. Look, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs aren't what they used to be.
Yeah, he's the difference.
You had a unicorn, and he made you look really good. Your offense really isn't but so impressive.
So is he getting another job as an OC somewhere?
I mean, definitely. I mean, if the Steelers OC was open, I'd want him as my OC. He's a great offensive coordinator.
Yeah, if we didn't just, and we can talk about the lunacy of the Commanders just promoting their QBs. I know that everybody was whispering about Dave Blount. Oh, he's like the new guru. But we just got rid of Kingsbury. Why are we bringing a Kingsbury acolyte in to do a Kingsbury thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
You just need to go. And there's so many good options out there, seemingly.
I would have loved McDaniel to come to D.C.
Yeah. Great offensive coordinator.
And shout out to Darkness. He mentioned it in our group chat. It's like him and our head coach, they're buddies.
Yeah.
Like he's practically his sponsor.
It's true. That would have been that would have been a great story for ESPN to put out there, for the NFL to put out there.
Proof that the NFL isn't scripted, because they could have written that in gold.
They could have purposely put it in there. They could have sat down together, and Dan Quinn could have talked about how much it stunk. Sorry, Will Blackwell, losing that Super Bowl to the Patriots, and how he never really recovered from it. And then how Mike McDaniel just couldn't control a team. So kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah.
One guy loses the biggest game of his life. The other guy just can't quite hack it as a head coach. But they somehow bond come together.
Yes. It's the Hollywood script writes itself. But
then they ride into the Super Bowl together.
Yeah. God would only hope. But yeah, so these last 3 rounds, obviously, even if we hadn't heard it, I think you and I would have been, Harbaugh's going to get the pick of the litter, whatever coaching job he wants. Mike McDaniel seems like an OC. He's got to go back a step before he can go up a step. Do you really think another team's going to give him an opportunity as head coach right out of the gate?
Seriously, after having drinking issues, they shouldn't. I don't think that'd be a smart move to do.
Yeah.
I think take a step back.
A little unstable.
Get yourself settled for a year as an OC.
So you got to tell me, because I think you've got some inside scoop that I don't. So you said personal problems. Was it confirmed that through this year he was falling off the wagon?
I think he said it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that he said that Dan Quinn helped him. I didn't know if that was from previous years or if that was
no,
recency.
that was this year, and he looked like he was.
Well, that's why he was always wearing his shades. Even at night. I wear my sunglasses at night.
And he just had that flush face all the time. That red.
I just thought it was the humidity in Miami.
No, the pressure that was on him.
Yeah, it could be a combination. All 3.
Well, he acted like it wasn't, which was another problem.
Now we're good.
Yeah.
Wait, who said that?
Yeah.
Where am I looking? That camera 1? Okay. So yeah, Mike McDaniel, and then Tomlin. He's not coaching again, is he?
I think he said he's taking a year off, at least.
I heard a rumor that Amazon is ready to just back the Brinks truck up to his house, even for just 1 year. We're talking about paying him more than Brady's getting paid right now to commentate.
That's stupid. Good for you, Mike Tomlin. The guy hasn't... he's got some Tomlinism.
Yeah, I think that's why. They see the scratching of, this guy's just going to be great on TV.
I don't know how he'd be consistent over a long period of time, but you know what? He's a coach. He'll probably do like Brady did. Probably actually take it really seriously.
Look at Gruden. Gruden was a great color commentator when he was doing it. People love John Gruden doing that.
Yeah. No, I think Tomlin would do really well at it. I'd want to see him coach again, though. But yeah, take the year off.
Well, how old is he now? You would know. He's been with the freaking Steelers for 20 years.
58. I think he got hired at 39
is
or
that
37. All? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got hired young.
All right, well, let's get back to John Harbaugh, because I feel like there's so much to dive deep. And again, we didn't have the opportunity to really kind of go, where is he going to go? Because somebody got sick, and then we couldn't talk about it, and then he got hired.
I know.
But let's go back to the team he left, right?
Mm-hmm.
This really comes down to who's leaving. Is it Harbaugh or Lamar? That's kind of what it felt like it was coming down to.
Yeah.
So does this put more pressure on Lamar now?
It's all on Lamar Jackson now. And I think he's going to regret kind of forcing John Harbaugh out, because I think Harbaugh protected him from a lot of things.
Yeah, I do so, yeah.
Because if you really look at a lot of the games, I don't understand I know they're the Chiefs. Chiefs have a good defense, but watching you in that AFC Championship game a couple years ago, you're dancing. You got 15 seconds to throw a ball, and then you heave it into like double coverage. You try to run when you shouldn't. John Harbaugh can only coach you up so much. I think there's issues with him in big games and big moments. And now you're going to have no one to look at except you put the bullseye on yourself, man.
Yeah.
And I root for I hate the Ravens, but once again, I want to root for that team that's been
knocking at the door.
Yeah. Same with like the Bills, right? And I do hate the Ravens, so it makes it really tough. But you do want to see a guy like that get through because he's been stopped so many times.
And he's a talent. He's an immense talent.
Which is, I think, is kind of the other thing that makes me upset, because he's like Matt Coleman. It's like, dude, you've got all the talent. Like, you can run it when you want. Just run it, but you don't want to. And then when you want to, like, throw it, you shouldn't. Come on, man.
But, I mean, I do think that as much as you despise the Ravens, you do want to see success because you've talked about this. You like to see greatness, and you like to see the most talented
he's a
players
talent, man.
Win. Because it kind of proves to your mindset that, like, if you have the talent, you should be able to be successful.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out. And especially if your premonition comes true and Josh Allen finally gets his ring, monkey's off his back, and Lamar's got 2 on his now.
Yeah.
Because, like, all right, Josh did it.
I mean, you've got Derrick Henry sitting in your backfield, too.
Running for 200 yards.
Yeah. So I don't know. You got a Mama Jamma fullback and that Ricard guy, the big offensive line. I mean, you could use some better wide receivers, but, dude, you've got so much. And how you don't go down the field and pick up first downs and score touchdowns. You've got 2 really good tight ends.
2 really good tight ends, not for much longer.
No, but I don't know how much.
But you talk about wide receivers. They spent a first-round pick on a wide receiver, Zay Flowers. He's nothing to scoff at.
He's not.
I mean, Dustin Hopkins isn't Dustin Hopkins, but
DeAndre
Hopkins. Dang it, Dustin.
You're gonna hear
his kicker. Yeah, dang it. That's fine. D-Hop. I just call him D-Hop. That's why I got it confused, because me and him are a lot closer than you. So D-Hop. And then Rashard Bateman. He was a high draft pick, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like they've thrown these high picks, and then at some point you're like, are these guys not that good, or is Lamar just, I'm sorry, is he just not as good as we had all expected him to be? I mean, he's got MVPs to shut me up.
Yeah, he does.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, do you want all those MVPs, or do you want that Super Bowl ring?
And you got to go through a playoff with it, and it just seems crunch time. He just does not quite make the play that's needed.
So do you think the hype train's got to stop with him then?
No, I think they're going to go into next year. I think they're going to put up a bunch of points. He might even be close to winning a 3rd MVP. But I'm going to sit there and just soak that in and wait till the playoffs start.
I think the opposite. I think it was going to maybe quite literally kill me for saying this, but it's like I think that you're going to see the hype train come to a screeching halt, especially if there's. I mean,
really,
Lamar Jackson's had some incredible continuity in his career, much more than a lot of these quarterbacks did that came out. You kind of mentioned it. Harbaugh always seemed like that very strong but stabilizing voice in a locker room, and is very steady and kept everything very calm and calm waters, and just keep us driving to that goal. And he was a player's coach, and he still is a player's coach. He always had their back. Always. I mean, even Loop, you saw that video of them walking back to the locker room. He ran to catch up to Loop, put his arm around the kid, and he was just, encouraging him. He's like, hey, man, so he's a guy that's always been a player's first coach in my eyes. And obviously, you can tell me I'm completely wrong. Maybe you know him far better than I do because you're the diehard Ravens fan. But from an outsider's perspective, it definitely felt that way, that he would always support his players. You don't know what he's going to get. And that's the other problem, is that Lamar is probably going to be in that boardroom helping decide the new head coach. And I'm sorry, I am against that. I'm against an individual player, no matter if it's the most important player or important position on the team. No singular player should have a decision in who's the head coach. LeBron James is another perfect example. I couldn't stand it. It's like he was pretty much handpicking his head coaches.
He was.
And 9 times out of 10, he was doing it horrifically bad.
JJ Redick right now is not looking like he's an NBA head coach.
No. And he picked him.
He straight out of a podcast.
Oh, my God. So we could be NBA head coaches?
We could.
Yeah.
Do probably just as well.
Yeah. I could pretend to put X's and O's on a little whiteboard.
Oh, let Luka get the ball. Someone set a ball screen for him. Pick and roll and do your thing, Luka. I'm JJ Redick.
I'm JJ Redick.
Wow, play a 2-3 zone real quick, guys. Okay, go man-to-man. Switch off of all the screens. Boom, JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
NBA head coach.
I'd be like, throw them bows out there. Let's get back to that 90s basketball. All right. Where's the triangle? Come on, let's bring the triangle back.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
You racist.
What?
Oh, I think
Was Phil Jackson a racist?
I think so. Stories have kind of been trickling through that, yeah, maybe. I mean, he was from how old he was, being from, like, South Dakota. Come on.
Just put the puzzle together.
Put two together. Come on. So really, you think that this is it for the
I'm not saying that it's it. I think you're going to see a lot more challenge for them.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that whenever the head coach leaves, what's the likelihood that his OCs or his DC and his coaching staff sticks around? The new head coach, more often than not, is going to want to implement his new coaching staff. So that means Munkin's gone.
Yeah.
And we're talking about specifically how it affects Lamar right now. So losing him, you're going to have a new coaching style. You're going to have a new offensive scheme, most likely. And again, not to say that Lamar Jackson isn't intelligent enough to be like, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, and I'm not so great at this.
But when you give him that power, because he already feels like he has it, because they're doing this so that he can re-sign with them, his agent is definitely going to clue him in on how much power he holds in these talks. Yeah. Yeah, it could be disastrous.
You're just going to get a guy that's like, I just got to make Lamar happy. That's my only job.
Yeah.
Is to keep him happy. Do what he wants to do.
And if he doesn't want to run the ball one iota, like Robert Griffin III didn't want to do, and just wants to throw it, we'll say, okay, he's our franchise quarterback. And that worked out.
Yeah.
So well.
Swimmingly. So swimmingly. It's like I can barely remember it went off so well. Well, who is going off swimmingly, and God, I can't stand it. Carson Beck keeps winning. What is going on?
Dude, they are just a team on a mission that can't be denied, because when you need Carson Beck, when you needed him to make a play, he makes a play, man. Guy is a good quarterback for the most part. He just has those Carson Becky type games. But man, I mean, I was kind of pulling for Ole Miss, but part of me was just keep this story going, keep Miami winning, and keep seeing you get upset.
Oh my God, yeah. That's I think that's your, you're just like, I just want to see Bigo just pop a blood vessel.
But dude, at the very least, can you admit that the guy is playing like a championship caliber quarterback? Take away everything. Just say it was just some random team and you're watching this guy go out there.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Anybody that knows ball, ball, okay, all that jazz, would take one look and it's like, as a 40-year-old semi-athletic Central Virginian, I could have made those throws.
I knew you were going to say that.
Every one of those big throws, and I've got the biggest air quotes known to man going right now. Those big throws, there isn't a defender within 10 yards of him.
Hey, he hit him on the money. He made the read.
Made the read. It's like parting of the Red Sea. They might as well put neon like pointer fingers on the wide receivers, like throw it to this guy.
I've seen quarterbacks miss those throws.
Dude, what happened with that run? He literally looked like he was walking into a vacant parking lot. I'm not going to give him credit. I'm not going to give Carson Beck credit.
So the old Carson Beck might have tried to force something in there. Might have clocks running out, time's running out. He might have tried to force a ball in there and instead does the one thing that he doesn't like to do, tucks it and runs to the opposite side that he was rolling out to. I think other quarterbacks might not have been that poised in that situation.
I don't know.
I was thoroughly impressed with Carson Beck.
I was not. I'm not impressed. Also, he's 27? How old is this guy? He's been playing for 7 years.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
He played... Okay, he's played... This is like his third year of playing, I think. He played 2 years at Georgia, and now this one. It's not like he played at Georgia for 4 years.
I'm going to look it up, because I'm salty about this. Shocker. But, yeah, no, I will give credit again, to that Miami defense. They did what Georgia couldn't. They held Ole Miss for a good portion of that game.
They did.
And what do you think about that no call on that last play? Was it pass interference? We can get Grizz on the call right now, and he would lose his freaking mind. How do you... It's like, you called that for that Lions game, but you don't call it in the national championship?
Semi-final, not national championship,
Whatever, yeah.
David.
Yeah, put words in his mouth. Like, Jesus, David.
Honestly, when I looked at it live, I didn't even notice it one iota. To even think about calling. And then the more you look at it, you're like, that is kind of pass interference-y. I don't know, man. On a Hail Mary...
I know, that's the problem. But here's why I would have been okay with it. Not only because I wanted to see Miami lose, but also because it's not a spot foul in college. It would have gotten 15 yards.
Yeah.
It still would have had to been a Hail Mary.
It would have.
Still not likely. But yeah, when you're tugging on a guy like that, it's tough. I know it's a Hail Mary, and I know in those situations, I feel like refs are taught that for a Hail Mary, especially, you really got to swallow that whistle unless it's completely egregious. Like this guy's getting tackled on the field because everybody is just pushing and pulling and trying to squeeze in. And
it definitely reminds me, I'm getting it in, a soccer reference. I know.
Every episode.
It took me over an hour of disappointing Jason. But no, but for real, I think they're always good references, though. I don't just try to, stroke one up just to do it.
Yeah, you always try and stroke one up.
Well, we're talking about VIP. Show her, I mean, come on.
Or one seeds.
Yeah, come on, man. But no, it's like when you have a corner kick, and all those guys are in the box. They're all holding each other. It's literally going to take a guy throwing the guy down.
Yeah, a torn.
Technically,
kit. They're called kits, right?
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, right.
You're doing well. I'm proud of you.
Yay.
But no, anywhere else on the field, you grab a guy, hold a guy like that, it's an automatic foul. But when it's that specific play, same with a Hail Mary, there's just, it might be stupid. And this is, I think, one of the reasons my wife is just I can't understand football or sports rules because there's so many unwritten nuances, but that is just one of them. Yeah, Hail Mary, it's just got to be egregious to throw a flag on.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, all joking aside, I was perfectly fine with the no call because we've seen so many Hail Mary plays where there's been so much more and it's never going to get called. But yeah, we've already spent way too much time talking about Miami. So let's go to the other side, the team that didn't have to sweat it out and just keeps steamrolling. Big teams. Yeah, no, they're... Indiana, you're the Cigaretti Signetti. This is... It's actually... I've turned from hatred to... It's actually kind of amazing what they're doing. Yeah, respect. You went from hatred to respect. Yeah. Just like me, you hatred to respect. You respect me now. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. You always seem to surprise me, Better than I thought. Yeah, it was the kit bit, wasn't it? That's what got me over the edge. But yeah, so Indiana, they just keep destroying the doubters. Yeah. It was funny, though, as I was gearing up for Monday, and what I was going to say, and I was rewatching the highlights of the Indiana-Oregon game,
And man, I sat there and I'm just like, man, because everyone wants to do the comparison, like Mendoza to Moore Jr.
Yep.
They're going to go 1-2 in the draft probably, or at the time, and it's like this was a game that was going to decide. And I was like, man, every time Moore makes a throw, I'm like, an Indiana guy is right there to like wipe this guy out, and I'm like, they are on top of every single play. And then like I missed the game, and then like on Tuesday, all I see is like, Indiana's cheating. Indiana must be cheating. And I mean, it literally was because some guy probably kind of said what I was probably going to almost say, was like, it's almost like they're cheating out there. They know the plays. And people just want to like take a team down. I don't buy into that at all. I think they're just a very well coached. But what sucks is we just saw it with Jim Harbaugh and Michigan. And so you can't help but think that, are they somehow doing something?
Yeah, when you just run roughshod on teams like that, it's hard not to. It's like, how are you this much better than a team that should be highly, at least competitive with you? So I can understand that, but again, I think it's just sour grapes. Until there's proof, and I'm sorry, I'm innocent until proven guilty, man.
Yeah.
It's just sour grapes. You guys just gotta own up, and that camp is your camp. The Indiana shouldn't be good at football. This is insane. Stick to basketball. Get back to your in Mr. Indiana.
That was one of my best bits, and that wasn't on a recorded episode.
I know. That's why I keep bringing it back, because I'm still trying to give you praise for it, because that was hilarious. But yeah, I have no problem with Indiana just showing everybody up. They've been so efficient.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you, man, because you brought it up. I don't know if it was tongue-in-cheek or if you were joking around, but you brought it up, so I'm going to bring it back up. Is Indiana the benchmark for the greatest team over Joe Burrow's LSU?
I think they might be. Because I think defensively that Indiana defense is better than that LSU defense was.
I disagree. I mean, it's wonderful how efficient they are, and they make the most out of what they can.
But offensively, though, I don't know who stops Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and honestly, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah. But I wanted to take one deeper. As I know on most podcasts, I generally have nothing but negative things to say about the University of Nebraska.
What? You? No way.
Yeah, I know, right? But I got to dig in even deeper, because I was like, okay, if Indiana's better than Burrow, I know there's going to be those, we got some older listeners out there. They're going to be like, well, what about this team? And no, I'm not going with like the 1956 Oklahoma Sooners or something. But for real, the 1993 Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, that's not too far. That's still present day.
But that was they honestly made Miami look worse than Miami made Nebraska look worse in that national championship game. I don't know. I got
that's it. Yeah, I was like, this is quite the backhanded compliment you're giving me here. Jeez.
But seriously, Tommy Frazier ran all over that.
Good old Tommy.
That
stupid blood clots kept him out of the pros.
Yeah, that did stink. But really, and I guess truthfully, if you think Burrow's LSU team is better, what would you say about Tommy Frazier and his Nebraska team against Joe Burrow?
Come on, you know how biased I am. Jesus, that's not even close. No,
but could anyone really stop that offense?
It's hard. It's hard to imagine. It really is.
It's three Hall of Famers.
But again, at the same time, it's because we have this crystal ball, right? We're looking back now that we see these guys being all pros in the NFL. Yeah. So we're thinking about these athletes and these incredible performances that they're able to provide. But yeah, statistically, that team is the best. I mean, 5,000 yards passing in that season, something like that. I understand that Mendoza is, I think he's something insane. I think he's like, his completion rate in the playoffs this year is like 31 for 36.
His numbers are actually very similar to Joe Burrow's.
It's insane. It's just not quite as voluminous. It's not quite as, just sheer stats.
And there's not the eye-popping. I mean, every game.
I mean, he threw for 180 against Oregon because that's all he had to.
I know.
How did you get 5 touchdowns out of 180 yards?
Turnovers and running game. Yeah, I don't know. That's a game I would love to somehow see. This is where technology could be used for the benefit.
For the good, for once.
Yes, so us
for my
sports
entertainment.
fans, yes, we could see who would win in that matchup. But I think I would take Indiana.
No, I would still take LSU.
Now watch Miami win this game and really make it.
Yeah, but that'll be a silver lining for you because you're like, good, screw you, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But, we're in the now. We can start looking at the future. But, man, if we're going to have one more conversation about college football in this one, it's been up and down. And even, again, if we recorded on Monday, this story would be completely different than what it is now. But the Damon Williams for Washington, for those of you that aren't as into the deep dive of college football as Jason and I are, so Damon Williams is the starting quarterback for the University of Washington Huskies.
Yes.
Before the season ended, he signed a revenue-sharing contract, with U of W. But then greener pastures started to come out. I'm sure that he might have gotten a phone call from everybody's favorite new head coach, Lane Kiffin.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's like, I don't know. And I don't know who's in his corner that helps him make these decisions. He's not making these decisions, but he makes a social media post saying, you know what? I have to do what's best for me, and I'm going to have to look elsewhere. Dummy, you signed a freaking contract. And what's ludicrous is that he almost got away with it.
It sounds ludicrous, but my wife's job, she deals with people they want to break contracts like it's nothing. Like you can just tear up the paper and be like, it's done.
Yeah.
These are grown-ass adults.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. It's like...
Are you talking about non-competes and stuff?
No, just like their contract they have with the company that she works for.
Okay.
You sign this 3-year contract that you're going to use this product and all this, and they're just like, we don't want to use it anymore. We didn't find any benefit out of it. And then she'll get more details, but they're like, we just want to end it. We don't want this anymore. It's like, well, you signed the contract.
Yeah.
We've tried to help you. You don't want the help, but you signed a contract.
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't understand how you're the best decision for you. LSU was there the whole time.
Yeah.
You could have had your agent call them and wanted to go there. You literally were offered more money, and you wanted to take the money, and you wanted to just think you could just rip up that contract, and everything would be hunky-dory for you.
And it's just, it's getting down to just sheer greed because, you were talking about revenue sharing. This is like having a backline on a movie. If you're an actor, you're like, yeah, I get, a percentage of the box office. That's what you're getting with this. And it's just blows my mind that we went from literally, 5 years ago where these kids weren't even, they were getting scholarships. Was it 5? How long has NIL been around now? Maybe 10?
10 at the most.
Right? So now we're looking at it as, I want to break my $1 million contract for an even more lucrative $1 million contract. Yeah. And again, I want to give a little bit of grace to these kids because they're kids. This guy's 21. Can you imagine doing this when you were 21? I'm like, man, think how many Rockstar energy drinks I can buy with $20 million.
So no, but yes, because these kids are getting interviewed on a daily basis by the school. They're doing commercials in high school. They're getting interviewed. They are way ahead of the curve. They're being taught what to say, how to say things. They've got agents now that are in their ear. They're a lot older acting, or they're privy to a lot more adult. I don't know what the right wording is, but
it's like business.
They know business more than me and you would. Yes, if it was just us having to sit there and listen to all this and make decisions, but no, they've got a corner that's trying to tell them what to do.
Is that a good thing? Do these guys have? What we're going to have is we've seen so many of those professional athletes hit the poorhouse in their mid-30s. These kids are going to hit the poorhouse at 25.
and then they're going to sit there and then I don't know, what are they going to somehow try to sue the NCAA too?
I mean, it could. We're still so new in this that we haven't seen the lawsuits come, but they'll come.
I don't want to blame like the kids as much either. I mean, even Mario Cristobal, head coach of Miami, was like, you shouldn't get on the kids for this because like the adults created all this, and that is very true. But also, so is you're signing this contract here to basically say that basically no matter what, you're going to stay and play. But also, hey man, also think of this too. So the school that is willing to pay you all this money, that actually recruited you, I think he was recruited to play there. You've been there this whole time. They've put all this faith in you. So now we sign you. We can't go get anybody else now because we've signed you.
Yes, because we assumed that you were under contract.
Yes. And then we would get zero compensation for you bolting. And then, so you're cool with just leaving us high and dry, the ones that found you, got you here, and now are willing to get you to the point where we're going to pay you this much because we've actually
invested. We've invested in you.
We coached you up to where you're worth this amount of money, and now you're just going to like bolt and say like 2 middle fingers to us, because that's what I look at him doing. And that might be a little harsh, but I don't think he's not been told that that was going to be something he could do. So I think he sat there and said, yeah, I don't care about University of Washington because LSU is going to pay me more money right now. I think that's what it comes down to.
And we're on the opposite sides of this, because I brought this up to you before we recorded about what's it going to be like when he gets back in that locker room. It's like, hey, you guys remember that social media post that I put up? I was just joking. You know, I'm a Husky for life. Let's go. And I was under the impression that his fellow teammates would be like, man, kick rocks. Like you came crawling back because you didn't get the extra zero on your check. And a lot of those guys, yes, I understand that a good portion of them are probably getting paid, but not nearly the amount. And some of those guys are still walk-ons. There are still purebred, I love playing and I want to play, and I'm just going to walk on without even a scholarship on that team. And granted, they might not pull as much weight as the other guys, but I'm under the impression that it's got to fracture that locker room in at least a minimal sense, but you're on the other side of this.
Yeah, I think these kids, it's part of the business, and I'm sure some will be upset at it, but I don't know. They're in their phones all the time anyway. Did they even notice he was gone?
Well, they did, because they're in their phones. They're I saw a social media post.
Oh, well, good for him. He's getting more money. I don't know. I mean, maybe they were going to be mad because they'd potentially lose better stats, which would have lost them more. But as far as like the team and stuff, yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
You think you're more of it's a forgive and forget, like water under the bridge.
I think so. I think they've been kind of trained to think that this is how business is, and I don't know. This could just be me being so far away from it and just being like an old curmudgeon, but it just doesn't seem like the kids actually care as much about playing for each other and playing the sport, because I mean, a little bit of it is the bowl game stuff that no kids wants to play in it. So it just makes me think that they don't really care but so much, as long as there's something on the line and they'll play for each other. But the second the season's over, they'll just kind of quit on each other.
And I'm just wondering, because we've also talked about this, what's going to be the breaking point? Like, literally, this was an embarrassing story from him announcing he's leaving and then backpedaling once he found out that a university was I have to sue you now for breach of contract. Like, I have to sue a student for breach of contract. Like, when's enough? When is this going to be? There has to be an overhaul. There has to be something done with the situation as it is now, and they need to clean it up. And it's going to be messy, because somebody like, well, I came to here because I thought I was going to get this, and now you're saying I can't get it. I know there's going to be like a 2-year, 3-year bumpy road where you might get some more lawsuits from kids because you're changing the rules mid-career, because it's a career now. It's not your education. It's like mid-education, you change the rules. No, it's my mid-career, you change the rules. So you're going to get sued. So they're going to have to deal with that. But if they keep kicking the can down the road, it's only going to get worse.
It's just, I'm exhausted of being like reactive rather than like proactive to get all businessy kind of.
Ooh,
but
yeah, all right.
but it's true. It's like
Business Semco.
But it's
I
kind
like
of
this.
like, look, you guys have seen baseball bats get flung into the stands, foul balls hitting people. When did you not realize that maybe we need to put a net up? Oh, wait, when someone really got hurt. Oh, hockey. You know what? Maybe we should have a net. Those pucks go flying. Nah, we'll be fine. People are just getting hit on the arm or something.
It's a souvenir.
Guy got hit on the head, but he's fine. Oh, wait, we like killed somebody? Okay, maybe we should put a net up. Like, do you not sit there and run through these scenarios? So yeah, I want, like, maybe the next episode we should come up with what would it literally take for the overhaul, because obviously almost every week we do this, we bring up some topic that just really you think is the end, or you think, okay,
this is going to be,
something.
what wakes them up.
It's going to take like something super, I don't even want to think of like some kid doing something to himself because a school like took away his contract. Like I don't want to go that far, but like what is it going to take?
Yeah, I don't know. Like if we're gonna go into that deep, we're gonna have a sharp legal mind, because there's a lot of logistics that go along with this. I don't think we have a sharp legal mind in our friend
You said
group.
we have like a bird lawyer.
Bird lawyer, yes. Harvey Birdman. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. That's a great Adult Swim show if you've never seen it. Harvey Birdman.
Was it good?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Stephen Colbert was a voice in it. It's great. You should check it
Okay.
out. It's a good watch.
I always saw that. I just never tuned in.
Well, you're gonna now.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, there's got to be an overhaul, and I think you floated a pretty big name as who you think would be a good leader of this committee that would overhaul this.
Perfect leader for it, because he actually wants to do it too. Nick Saban.
All right, the coach.
I think
ball coach.
I think he's been complaining about it since he was at Alabama. He's hated it. I think he then brings up some good like bipartisan. I think he could be a good down the middle guy. I think he understands that the kids should be compensated for what they do, but there needs to be some rules and regulations. And his voice is big enough to where you would
carries weight. It carries weight.
It carries a lot of weight. And at the very least, something would we get to the point where, okay, you sign a contract, you can't go against the contract. So even if Lane Kiffin wants to call you up, you have to say, sorry, coach, I already signed a contract, and that's the end of our conversation.
Period.
Like little things like that. I mean, it shouldn't have to come to that, but very minimal things that could be done.
And Nick Saban always preached about, it's like, I'm always one of the best for my players. I always try to coach them up, get them ready for the pros, or just them as people. That he would have like a dinner for the whole team at his house, and his wife would cook, and the whole nine.
That's what really what he said kind of drove him into retirement.
Yeah, the NIL, absolutely.
Was when he said, these kids are not here, and they're not having this dinner.
To become better men. He was always talking about, I want to make them better men.
They're just here because we paid them more money than any other school did. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Saban seems like a great hit. Definitely don't want the Urban Meyers of the world heading that committee.
Oh my, what would that work? It'd be like, what was the man in the high tower from Amazon? What would the world look like if Urban Meyer was?
It would be Nazi Germany, is that what you're saying?
Well, it would be a completely different Nazi America as that show portrayed it. But it'd be like a completely different landscape.
It would. It would completely,
Nick Saban would have.
It's the butterfly effect, right?
Yeah.
What would happen? That was a great Ashton Kutcher movie, by the way. Butterfly Effect. I heard it was good. I'm not a huge Ashton Kutcher guy, but I'll give him Butterfly Effect.
He was great in 2.5 Men.
No, I would not know that. He was great in Dude, Where's My Car?
Yes. Sean William Scott.
What does mine say? Dude!
What does mine say?
Sweet! Oh, but all this football talk is sweet, dude. Sadly, we have to prepare because we're coming to the end. We're seeing the end of the road here, right?
Yeah.
College football, professional football, we've only got a month left.
It's sad.
So hello, darkness, my old friend. No, it's just a very somber moment. But luckily, we're not a singularly focused sports podcast. There are other sports that go around.
European
No.
soccer, baby.
No, let's talk about stateside. Let's stay in the continent here, all right? But I've got something, and I said we got to get to this now because I don't know how much more I can stay on this freaking high horse.
I know.
Nebraska basketball, baby. It's back.
Whoa. Was it ever?
I was about to say, you're going to call me. I was like, back? What are you talking about? It's like it just showed up.
I don't know what to...
You don't know what to think. You are at a loss of words, my
College
friends.
basketball is really down. They're trying to get NBA players to play in college. The game is that bad right now, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, 17 games in, and Nebraska is undefeated. 17-0. And these aren't complete slouches. You want to rattle off some of the big wins that they've got?
I think they've beaten Michigan State this year.
Check. They just beat, just in the last 2 weeks they beat. Michigan State, that was a barn burner, 58-56.
That's a good Michigan State team.
Went into Ohio State, beat Ohio State, 72-69. At the time, a ranked 13 Illinois.
Yeah, that was a big one.
83-80.
Yeah.
Wisconsin beat them by 30 points.
Wisconsin just beat, I think they took Purdue down, or they took another really good school down for their first loss of the year, so good on Nebraska.
Oklahoma, 105-99, beat them. And then just recently, your Duckies. I don't know if they're even good this year, Oregon.
I don't think this year, but they've been a good program in the past.
Well, they definitely weren't this time because they lost by
like
40,
yeah,
35, 90-55. So, can we just say, are we going to be on the edge of our seats watching some Nebraska ball?
We're going to watch some college basketball.
Some college Nebraska ball. Let's go.
I mean, they're like a 2 seed right now.
They are. They're sitting pretty as a 2 seed right
I'd have
here.
that 15 seed upsetting. I don't bet, but I'd put money on that.
Well,
15 seed
I'm gonna make you double down on that right now. And this is embarrassing for me to admit, but Nebraska is the only Power 5 team to never win a game in the tourney.
What?
We hold that record, which is just embarrassing to admit. The only Power 5 team in the entire country never to have won a game in the tournament. But that's changing this year.
It actually might.
It will, yeah. If we can get a 2 seed, come on. It's our best chance we've had in a very long time.
I got to believe you guys have never been ranked higher than like a 6 seed.
Yeah, no. I think 6, maybe. I know we were like 8 a couple years back. But hey, we've got...
You got Fred Hoiberg's son on the team.
Well, we got Fred Hoiberg as our coach.
Oh, he's still the coach.
Yes. Why do you think that the kid would be on the team if the coach... Definitely nepotism there. Absolutely.
He's a starter. He's got to be good.
I mean, did great at Ohio State. Hey, he used to be an NBA coach with the Bulls.
I know.
And snatched him up.
He is what I would think Nebraska would hire as a head coach.
Yeah.
He's a Midwest guy.
He is a Midwest guy.
He just looks like a Midwest
down
guy.
to earth Midwest guy.
Yeah.
Just loves him some chest passes and some layups.
And some corn.
I mean, who doesn't? What a delicious treat that corn is, my friend. But yeah, so are you going to jump on the bandwagon? Are you going to be watching as much Nebraska ball as I am? I'm going to keep saying it until you start saying it back to me.
If they beat Purdue, I will say that term.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We have it recorded. This is going to happen.
If they beat Purdue.
Okay, so you're not giving us much hope, much chance there.
I'm not.
I mean, we've got even
Michigan State was a good win. I do have to admit that one was.
Yeah, top 10, man.
No, it was.
But we still got a bit of a murderous row. We still got to go into Michigan.
That's right.
We got to face Illinois again before we even see Purdue.
Well, the Illinois one, once again, they're going to be coming for blood. Nebraska, not as much. You split against a ranked team, not so much. But no, I forgot. No, Michigan is. I think Wisconsin, just beat them, but Michigan was just undefeated too.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they can beat.
Well, you give me
Michigan.
Okay, so one of the 2 teams you'll call a Nebraska ball.
I will.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that. But yeah, it's like, thank goodness I'll have something to watch because I'm not watching the NBA. You know that?
There's so many good storylines.
There's no good storylines.
John Morant, no one wants him.
Nobody wants him.
He was about to be the head of the.
We haven't even talking about
league.
the big Wizards news.
They were front page on ESPN.
Front page. Did it.
Slow day.
Slow news day.
Trae Young, baby.
What are you doing, man? Like, I can't make odds and ends of it.
He's so bad on the defensive end.
I guess.
I did read something that so the NBA and USA is very concerned with Europe.
Okay.
Like with the Europeans, because the last like 5 or 6 MVPs, they're all from Europe.
Yeah.
Or Canada.
Yeah.
But not from
not
America.
Yeah.
Not America. And they're actually really like looking at their game and realizing, like having these short, shifty guys out there not holding up on the defensive end. So the Trae Youngs of the world, especially now that
they're dying breed.
When Danny Abadija, thank you very much, who was on the Wizards, is putting up like 25, 7, and 7, like every other point guard in the league is. Why do you need a 5'6" guy out there? Same with John Morant, when anyone else can go out there and do that. So, yeah.
Well, people love John Morant because he had those thunderous dunks too.
I know he tried to posterize everyone, but then he gets hurt every other like game,
or he just flashes a gun.
Yeah, I know he's a nutcase, and he still won't even try to. He's gonna find himself out of the league, and he is the Antonio Brown of the NBA. He just can't get out of his way.
That is a gruesome ending that you're prophesizing for this guy.
I don't think I'm going to be that far off.
Yeah.
He's still not even taking it seriously. That like his team is actively trying to trade him away, and that nobody wants him, and he's still trying to pick a fight with teammates.
I mean, again,
he's a suburban kid. He's not even from the hood.
I know, but he's just got so much freaking money, and this is what happens. It ruins people.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but it ruins most people. That kind of money. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I'm glad we got some Wizards talking.
Wiz talk, man. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, but is he... I mean, like, I've heard that, like, they don't even plan on having him play this year. Like, he's just going to sit out for the rest of the year, and then I don't know what they plan on doing next year because he's got an option. They're going to pick up that option? Like,
he didn't really give up much to get him.
No. Like, again, it's like... And that's the other thing. It's like, we can go to deeper dives maybe after the football season is. But for the life of me, I can't figure out some of these trades. Like, you're just dumping salaries. We need to get rid of these salaries, or it's like we need these expiring salaries. I'm like, what? You want more money on the payroll? What is going on? I don't understand it.
It's like it's like a high school in there where it's just you've got the popular kids, and everyone wants to help the popular kids, and so you think you'll be popular by like, oh, I can somehow be cool and look like I'm in this trade and like take on the Lakers, like a player that they, need to trade away so they can get somebody else. Yeah, we'll take them for you, man. Like, you'll remember us like when you're winning that title, right? Like, we did this for you,
Please
right?
Please don't forget me.
Like, there's always those like
the
small market teams that just seemingly are there to just take teams' trash. I don't understand it.
I'll take your garbage, and I'll it's like, hey, do my homework, like in high school. Like the cool kids like, hey, you can do, sure thing. Oh my god, I'm like in the gravitational pull of this very popular person, and now I'm cool adjacent. I'm cool adjacent.
I used to think I was when I would do that.
You're cool. You're the son of cool, man. Come on, don't deny it. All of that frisky dingo talk. I mean, how could you not, man?
I know, right?
But yeah, so I mean, but I saw something else, and I think you saw it too. Is the coach, he made a big deal about stop storming the freaking court.
Yes. Well, I mean, I get it, right? Nebraska, they haven't won anything.
We're undefeated for such a. I was like, give them their due. These guys have like, let's be honest. I'll be the first to say it. It's like not like our football team's given us anything to be proud of. We are undefeated in an incredibly strong conference, and we've beaten some big teams. Let us dance on the court every once in a while.
It's like, when you throw when you just gave out that stat, how you'd never won an. Maybe the fans should be allowed this first season to storm whenever the hell they want.
Yes, yeah. This is our mulligan. We can do it whenever we want right now.
It's kind of like the Texas Tech throwing the tortilla chips. Nebraska's known for storming courts after every win.
I mean, they can't chuck ears of corn. It's going to hurt somebody.
It's going to hurt somebody.
Like, tortillas are soft. They just slap on your face. It's fine.
What if you just get like some of the kernels and throw the kernels?
Yeah, just get a can of cream corn. Start ladling that out, just splattering all over the court.
That's a messy situation.
It is. It got messy easily.
But for real, I think storming the court, It used to be done if your team upset like the number one team in
And
the
if you're
country.
unranked. Like, if you're an unranked team that does something like that.
Yes.
But you're not going to see, like, a number 5 storm of the court if they beat a number 1. Or they shouldn't.
No, but they shouldn't. But they do. I feel like now whoever wins the Duke UNC game,
Might as well. Yeah,
they storm the court for it for some reason. I don't know. It's lost all its luster. I'm just, once again, though, as much as I think it is such a fun thing and it's got to be so hard to hold those kids back. Look, there's something to be said about these kids these days, too. I think one of them...
Kids these days.
Well, I think one kid did, like, grab one of the players. I'm just waiting for some... There's, like, 3 kids in college I could think of that would have no problem have just gone up and just sucker punched a kid on the other team.
You're talking about kids that we went to school with?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can think of a few kids from CNU
Yeah.
that, like, inebriated, instead of celebrating, would punch somebody. I don't want that to happen, but that's what's going to happen.
Well, and again, we really are starting to sound like old curmudgeons, but I also blame it on everything being recorded and social media, and it's like, I got my 15 minutes. I'm going to be...
You want to be
I'm
I'm
going to be interviewed by Barstool because of this.
Ugh.
And I'm going to be, streaming or trending on Twitter because of this. My name is going to be out there. And
It's
you're
true.
like, this is what you want to be known for?
Boy, I bet you a lot of those people, especially, remember when we would get on like collegehumor.com or something?
Yeah. That's
How
an
many
old one.
people that were on there, they're probably like, oh my God.
I know.
Can't
It's like,
believe it.
it was an embarrassment. Yeah.
It was cool. It was
For a second.
Yeah, it was funny. We didn't really think it was like atrocious, but now we're like, oh, dude, you
Yeah.
don't want to be known for that.
Yeah, it's like now we've learned our lessons are like, that's
Yeah.
not something that you're not going to put that on your resume.
No.
I'm the guy that pants the coach after we won.
There probably seriously is someone that does put something like that on their resume, though.
Yeah, especially if it's like for some stupid social media job. But yeah, I do think that there needs to be an expectation. It's like, listen, if it's a huge upset,
Yeah.
or I mean, national championship, but it's a neutral field, so you're not going to get something like that. But yeah, I can see in certain situations, but yeah, it's got to be more of a rarity than a commonality. It just can't.
Yeah, it used to actually mean something in the storm in the court. It was a big upset, but now you were just the underranked team and you felt the need to storm the court against a team that's ranked 25th in the nation and already has 5 losses on the year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just because Kentucky, they're out all these freshmen, doesn't mean you got to storm the court on them, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, old curmudgeons we are.
Yeah, we are. But hey, you know what? You know what else still has a lot of meaning and also has a little bit more rarity?
Oh.
The Olympics are coming. I can't wait any longer, Simcoe. Can we talk about the Olympics now?
Yeah, we can. I think each week we're going to have a little segment leading up to the
Ooh,
Olympics.
all right.
And
We're going to build the national excitement.
yeah,
One listener at a time. Because we probably only have one at this point.
that's okay. No, I think this is where people have fast forwarded to.
Yeah, they're going to stop talking about college football. And we're going to see our views and our subs rocket once football ends.
I think
Because
so.
they stopped talking about football finally.
I think so.
Jesus.
Thank God we started this in November and not in like September.
Oh my God! Next year's gonna be a slog for some
Oh
people.
boy, maybe by then we'll be like, yeah, we ain't got to talk that much.
We'll just
football.
zip through it a little
Yeah.
fast. Yeah, we'll find our groove.
Yeah, we'll been there, done that.
But yeah, Olympics are coming, man. We got a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
Winter Olympics. We did a quick touch on it last time, but I think you got a few questions that you were inquiring about.
It has been way too long to kind of have the movie guru.
Yes, I'm glad that you've come to grips that is my moniker.
You're definitely better at it than I am.
That's a low bar, but okay, I'll take it.
I can't praise you, but so much in an episode, the head will get way too big. But yeah, once again, it's just there have been quite a few Olympic movies, and I gotta know which ones are your faves.
I do have a few, and some might not surprise you. Some may, but I actually want to flip it on you. Let's leave the movie guru to go last.
Oh,
I would
okay,
like to
okay.
hear Semco, because You dabble in the movies.
A little
you
bit.
You dabble, but you love sports. And I feel like that would be a perfect marriage. It's like, you do enjoy entertainment. And then if it's sports related, especially if it's well done, then it's just right up your alley.
It is.
So what are do you got a one? Do you got a top three? Like, what are your favorite and you don't even have to go with Winter Olympics. You can go just to the regular Olympics.
I'll stick to Winter Olympics because that's all I did my research on. I'm going to try to think as I'm going through this any Summer Olympic movies. I'll go with from 3 to 1.
Okay.
I really did like Miracle.
Yeah.
That is a great all around movie. It really it makes me want to like go out there and wish I could like compete in a sport for my country, and like wish I could play in a mammoth game like that in front of so many people and like take that pressure on. Yeah, I thought that's a great movie.
So that's your 3.
That's my 3.
Okay, all right. I had an inkling that might have been your 1 because again, it was a momentous occasion and it had some pomp and circumstance to it. But go ahead.
Well, I think because the other 2 are just so stinking
man, we
good.
might be closer than I thought we were. But okay, let's go.
Number 2, Blades of Glory.
Yes. No. Let's be real. Technically, it's not Olympics because they couldn't get the rights. It was something ridiculous.
Whatever.
The Winter Games. Yes, of course, Blades of Glory's got to be on there.
I mean, that is such a great movie.
Nancy Kerrigan, you an official here? Because you are officially giving me a... We'll just stop right there.
I mean, anything that Will Arnett is in, with Amy Poehler, especially, those two...
Yeah.
As like the villains.
Yes, Will Arnett. I mean, they were married at the time when they made that movie.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yes. Oh, come on, and you're Jenna Fisher.
Yeah,
looking a little spicy in that movie.
She was. I know.
At least in that one scene.
Wasn't wearing the drab office outfit.
No.
Always. But yeah, and of course, I mean Will Ferrell, and I was never a fan of Napoleon Dynamite.
No, he was good in that movie.
He was great in that movie.
Great.
Those
and they got the coach. They got Craig T. Nelson.
That's right.
That was great. What a great...
I know. No, that's a great movie.
And then a few scene steals from Nick Swartzen.
That's your guy. You're a big Nick Swartzen guy.
Of course,
Remember
I
that.
did the rights.
Wait, who was he in the movie?
He was the stalker for John Hader's.
Right. That's right.
It's like, I love you, Jimmy. Woo! It's like, I'm still gonna steal your skin. Weird as a suit. Bye.
No, so that's definitely
so that's 2. Okay,
2.
I'm glad to hear it.
And 1, it's so nostalgic. I don't know if my cousin in Florida watches or listens to the show, but we've probably seen Cool Runnings.
Yes.
Like 200 times.
Cool Runnings.
Especially the beginning when they're like bobsledding in Jamaica on like the little carts or whatever.
Yeah.
And Senka is like
You did?
rhyming down the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it actually is kind of like at the end, it has that, like, everyone cheers for them.
Right, it has their moment, yeah.
It does. And
very uplifting.
It was, but it is so funny when they're trying to, like, train with John Candy.
Yeah.
In, like, the very beginning, and they're awful.
Yeah, old school John Candy, like classic John Candy. What a great movie.
But yeah, those are my top 3, which I found were about the only 3 I could find.
Okay, well, there's another one that
Okay.
I'll give you. It's somewhat recent. And there's a few, like, I mean, you could even I'll say some that didn't make the top 3 for me. Miracle didn't make the top 3. For nothing else, is that again the apex of that movie, and you know it from history. That wasn't the gold.
I know
game,
it wasn't.
right. So even though that Hollywood did a fantastic job of like building it up and whatnot, it's like, but then there's one more game.
But that was a big game.
I know, for multiple reasons, but I don't know, like Miracle. Maybe it's because I'd heard the story and I'd seen a documentary about like it, and I'd heard so much about it. There's not a lot of surprise to it, right?
Yeah,
we got some inner workings, and it was very well acted. I mean,
it's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, Kurt Russell did great. And You're a Friends guy. The goalie was Jennifer Aniston's boy toy on Friends for a minute. He was the young guy that when she was older, never mind. We're going down a rabbit hole. But yeah, Miracle just missed the cut.
I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at her.
And another one is I, Tonya, the one with
oh yes, my wife
Margot
saw
Robbie.
that. She
Margot
liked
Robbie.
that. Yeah,
Great movie.
Yeah,
but it was less about the Olympics. It was more about this, tear down of this person and her upbringing. But a really great movie. Think that people sleep on that because Margot Robbie's done so much.
Yeah.
And everybody can't get past her in Wolf on Wall Street anyways. But she did great in that movie. So those two just missed the cut. I have Eddie the Eagle in my 3 spots.
Yeah.
With Hugh Jackman. That was a great... Talk about uplifting this total dork, this total little guy that, talk about the underdog. I mean, it's in our freaking name, dude. Or no, we're not the underdogs. We're undefeated, but you know what I mean. But this total underdog and just against all odds. And of course, you got it does have comparisons to Cool Runnings, and maybe that's why I'm fondest for it. It's like you've got this disheveled coach that's begrudgingly, all right, I'll coach or whatever, just like Cool Runnings does. And I just got a kick out of that movie. It was a story I'd never heard before, so maybe that's why it edged it up to that 3 spot for me over the other 2. And it's a great watch. You guys should check it out. The guy from Kingsman is the main character in that.
Never saw it.
You never saw Kingsman?
No.
Ugh. This is why you're not the movie guru.
I'm not even close to the movie guru.
And then, I mean, the excitement's dead because your number is exactly what I is. I had Blaze of Glorious 2.
You had Cool Runnings 1 too?
I had Cool Runnings 1.
Yes.
Cool. We grew up. I mean, it was right in, it hit you in the feels, and it was just great filmmaking, a great story. And it's one of those that it's a rewatch every time. They should put that on, NBC should buy the rights to that movie and put it on and play it in between their big announcements and pre-Winter Games.
Hey, they can't believe Jamaica, we have a bobsled team.
And then when they're trying to be the Swiss, the ice is like, what are you doing, man?
Want to kiss my lucky egg?
How about I draw a line down your forehead, make you look like a big butt?
Here's the big question: Cool Runnings or The Sandlot?
Oh man, that's picking summer or winter. I mean, it's tough.
It's very tough.
Apples and oranges, man. Geez. I don't know. Maybe just because I played baseball, I'd have to go Sandlot. And I remember summers like that of just going out and
I think that's what was going to do it for me. Was the playing with your friends a little bit and kind of bringing back that nostalgia.
Yeah, I never made a bobsled team with my friends when I was growing up. So
my cousin and I, we did take our skateboards and use them as luges.
Okay.
Down
skeleton style. Yeah, just
Well, we didn't go face first. We did go face first, but who's not to say we didn't try? We probably tried. I'm not gonna lie, we probably tried.
I mean, those skeletons and those woman luges, they look like you just got your sled out of your attic and you're like, I'm just gonna rock it down this tube.
I'm gonna run with it and throw it in front of me and jump on it and just fly.
It's just insane.
Power to those people, man.
Yeah, good on them, man. But yeah, no, I mean, entertainment and Olympics, it coincides. Sadly, there haven't been a lot of really big upset stories, so you're not going to see many more. I feel like Hollywood Olympic stories so much, but it doesn't mean that they aren't trying to push entertainment on this. I mean, Snoop Dogg's been doing coverage on the Winter Olympics for, 10 years now?
Has he been doing it that long?
I feel like it started as a joke, right? You're like, okay,
I think so.
Snoop Dogg, does he really he's like, oh yeah, I like it, and I'm doing it. It's do you like Snoop Dogg on the broadcast?
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think he deep down actually knows a little bit about what he's talking about, even though he comes across as he doesn't, but I think he knows enough. But I think he lightens it up enough. They don't have him doing the finals.
Yes.
So I like it when he's kind of out there doing the prelims or a round robin, and just kind of, when you're getting introduced to a sport, I think he kind of helps you continue to want to watch it and kind of get hooked onto it. I think that's what he's there for.
I think he's reaching out to a broader audience, just a younger audience, right? Because, what's crazy is that this generation's coming up, they'll never know him as like the gangster rapper that we knew him as, right? They're like, oh, you talking about that guy who's always like Martha Stewart, or it's like plugging that smokeless fire pit or whatever it is.
Oh, have you seen this? That?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, the whole shtick is just like, I'm done smoking, I don't smoke no more, and he's like, nah, man, I'm just talking about this smokeless fire pit. It's the bomb. That's not a very good Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, not your best. He went from NWA
right
to now.
Well, he wasn't in NWA, but he partnered with Dre.
He partnered with everybody. But yeah, now he's partnering with NBC for the Olympics again.
And he's got like co-branded stuff with. I mean, he's hustling. So I mean, and he's always said, he's like, I've always been a hustler. I'm always going to be a hustler, and this is just my new hustle. And I was like, I respect. I got nothing against it.
Like
man.
he never comes across to me.
But he was like in the Crips, wasn't he? Wasn't he a Crip or was he a Blood?
See, I don't know.
Snoop, don't get pissed. I don't know this. I'm sorry. I don't have your whole historic background, but I know he was in one of those.
Probably.
Yeah. And now he's, like I said, he's cooking with Martha.
Yeah. Good on him, though.
Yeah.
You know, are you a fan of his?
I like Snoop. Yeah. Like, I liked him before, and like, as long as, to your point, it's like he has enough knowledge where it doesn't sound like he's just like, you know, almost like making fun of it. That's what I would be fearful of. If you get like just a high profile just to try and garner a new audience, but he doesn't know anything and he doesn't take it seriously and he just like, you know, goofs off the whole time, then I'd have a problem with it. But Snoop generally shows interest.
Yeah.
And he generally shows excitement. And he is always, you know, repping America as best as he can.
I
and
know.
The jumpsuits and the flags and everything. So I'm all for it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, you could get a little, because Olympics before him, you know, they were always so stuffy. Very, very stuffy.
And and I think that's the, I hate that I kind of am like, it was too stuffy because I want it to be like all serious. It's the Olympics every like 4 years.
You know, the next thing is Snoop at Masters. Yeah.
That would, dude, and if he dresses like he did in Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, you mean when he was playing the caddy? No way. He would come out in full Snoop regalia.
I know, but maybe one of the days just dressed up like that. That would look
funny.
good. That would be good.
But Masters will never let him do that.
You never know.
No.
You're probably,
No, they never will.
But I do got to ask, if you're a fan of Snoop Dogg, are you a fan of the Tara Lipinski, Johnny Weir duo doing the figure skating?
You know, I'm not big on figure skating.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I got nothing against it, I guess.
Okay.
It sounds like you have an opinion on this.
Well, I think...
Well, so it's Tara Lipinski and what's the other one's name?
I think it's Johnny Weir.
He's the very flamboyant one?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
I think when they first came out, obviously the country has shifted a little bit more, I think, to where that's a little bit more like acceptable-ish.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. They always had a good...
Rapport?
Yes. So it always kind of lightened it up, but it's always... I think Johnny would always find it a good timing when you would really... Because he was a competitor himself.
Sure.
And would go back to that, and you'd be like, oh, this guy, like, he's getting into it.
Yeah.
And then, has those, like, you know, they'll critique, like, the outfit too much and make, like, those jokes.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, what are you wearing? Oh, my God. It's too much bedazzle.
But they do such a good... But they joke about it. They, like... You know, they're just like, it shouldn't have been so bedazzled. It was getting in his face. Like, whoever that tailor was should be fired. Or, like, say stuff in a joking way, but then when they actually critique the sport, where they're just like, once again, as it gets towards the end, they kind of lose that and get into, like, that mode. And I'm all for that.
The more technical stuff?
Yeah. I think it's a good duo to have. I don't know. It's kind of like, I really like, was it Rowdy Gaines does the swimming at the Olympics. I mean, he gets into... like a qualifier from, like, no offense to the African countries that, like, they're not that great right now, but he still will be so into who's going to win that race. And I don't know, that energy that he brings.
He's the Gus Johnson of, like, Olympic swimming.
Yeah. I mean, listening to his call when Team USA came back against France to get Phelps. That gold, I mean...
Do you remember where that was one of those moments I remember where I was when that happened. I was bartending, and we had it on all the TVs, and everybody stopped. I didn't have to serve a drink, because everybody was just glued to the TV, and everybody lost their minds. Everybody lost their minds because we were all
Yeah.
chasing that record with
I
them.
know. We were. I was at home just like watching it, but it was just because he was the whole time. He's like, I just don't think. What was it? It was Jason something or other. Lezak. He's like, I don't know. Guy in the front, he's the best in the world, and it's a whole body length. I just don't know. And then they make the turn, and it's like, oh, he's gaining a little. Oh, guy's slowing down. And then, yeah, you just hear him like screaming and yelling.
And you just saw Phelps so pumped.
Yes.
Like, that was a cool
Yeah.
moment. Yeah.
I
go ahead.
was going to say, I hope we get some kind of cool moment like
Yeah,
that.
and that's what we die for, right? Because it's like I look at the docket and I'm like, it's like I don't know if there's any big stories that are going to really draw the attention. I mean, what, Lindsey Vohn's going for it again, pushing 40? Like,
The only thing I can think of, and that was going to be maybe kind of like the next
So we'll save it.
week.
We can
But
save
yeah,
it.
there's a couple. But yeah, there just doesn't seem like there's that big super name that's going to go. Because all these events, you kind of just are in a couple, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's every 4 years. So
yeah.
it's,
And we like, I do have a bit where I want us to talk about the most, which sport needs to be retired.
yeah.
Which of these sports needs to be retired? Or which one's like, this one needs to be elevated. This needs to be on
Ice dancing, elevated.
ice dancing?
Yeah.
That's different than figure skating?
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be elevated.
No.
I was like, what are we talking about here? And we'll also go into our favorite sports or our favorite events, I guess
Yeah.
you will. We got to do that. And,
Little probably teaser.
ooh,
The NHL players are allowed to play.
let's go.
Let's effing go.
Yeah, I think that's a good storyline, but we'll get into that as well. But, yeah, so you've got the class of the Olympics, and man, we need a little bit of class, Semco, because man, the next thing that we're going to talk about, not sure if that's going to qualify. Apparently there is in your favorite state, Pennsylvania, there is a Joe Dirt Mullet competition.
What? This country, we need to have more events like this. We're going through enough. Classy
We're
or
going
not.
through enough. We're going. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that's stressing a lot of people out.
What better way than to have, whether it's yourself or your kids, try to look their best Joe Dirt impersonation for a day? How could that not just be nothing but a load of fun?
Just leave your inhibitions at the door and just enjoy some good old, business in the front, party in the back.
I will say, though, much like, I used to always think, when I get older, I can't wait to run some of these, like, 5Ks that, pay, like, $300 for the winner. Like, I could probably win them. Little do you know that, like, there's just a group of, we'll just call them, like, Kenyans, Ethiopians.
Yeah,
that
they're just
literally get into
they're
every
assassins,
event.
Yeah.
Reading this article, there are some kids that have been like working on their hair for like 2 years to get ready for this. And I'm like, man,
this is their Super Bowl.
I would just love to just like a week before just be like, yeah, you know what? Give me a mullet. I'm going to go try out this thing.
Dude, mullets have become, and this is just another argument that it's like all fashion, it's cyclical. It's all cyclical. It's like things go out of style and they come back. It's like mullets have become so much more. I see them walking around
You do see them more now.
when I'm in the grocery, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
I see kids just rocking mullets. I see grown men wearing mullets. I'm in a fairly large and professional company, enterprise-wide. We're canvassing, 20 states. One of my freaking sales training managers rocks a freaking mullet.
Does he really? Rocks it well, I bet.
I don't know if you ever can.
I don't know. Some of those kids in those pictures look pretty good.
I mean, it's the equivalent of like a neck tattoo. It's like, I mean, the kids are fine because you're kids. You don't need to get a job. But when you grow up, it's like, what kind of job you think you're getting with that thing?
We see one that's got
Yeah,
one.
sales training manager, apparently. It's not nearly to the length. Because I'm looking at some of these kids, man. I mean, their hair is longer than my daughter's.
Yeah.
In the back.
Dude, you know what I thought of when I saw one of the kids with the glasses on, though? Your boy Wes. That smile, that hairstyle,
No.
Could rake in some cash.
No way. I'm not grooming my kid to go in a Joe Dirt competition.
A little father-son.
Yeah, let's do it together. It's a bonding moment. Absolutely not. I don't need any more attention to my giant forehead. Thank you very much.
I think he would look great. I think he'd pull it off pretty well.
I don't know. He's not. He likes to keep it real plain and simple when it comes to hair. I've tried to get him to get a mohawk, a faux hawk, and when I gel it up, he's like, couldn't wait to get that thing matted down. He's like, he likes it real nondescript, tight on the sides, very much. He's got that. He's got that Johnny Unitas haircut. Well, if I could let him, he would have that
Hank
Johnny
Hill
Unitas.
haircut.
Yeah, that Hank Hill is. You know, you could put a level on it, man. That is flat. But no, he's not into it. I don't know. Okay. And I'm not one of those parents that's going to push my ideologies on my kids.
Okay. Maybe not with hair. Maybe other things.
Yeah, other things. Absolutely, yeah.
You try to get him not to be an Eagles fan.
That's a touchy subject, but yes.
Were you big into your hair growing up?
Nah, you know, like I tried to just stay up with the Joneses, and it just really backfired on me. Yeah. Like I did the bowl cut. Everybody did the bowl cut,
Yeah, did the
right?
bowl cut.
And that was a nightmare. I look at those photos and I shudder. I was like, what was going on there? But I never really styled my hair. It's like I did, you look at my senior portrait, I'm just like, it's just hair on the top of my head. I'm not even doing anything with it. So I don't know. I can never figure it out. I feel like now is the most stylish my hair has ever been at 40.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the reasons why when I saw this, I was like, I kind of want to know, like, Brandon, you seem to be kind of styling.
Oh, all right.
now.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, it's because I finally have a woman in my life that has some sort of fashion sense and how to make me look proper. And she's like, you need to shave. You need to cut your hair. And she'll just remind me. And otherwise, it would probably just go all haywire. So having a good lady next to you to kind of keep you from looking like a disheveled homeless person, apparently it makes a big difference.
That's why I traveled into the city today right after work, which I hate doing in traffic.
Yeah, yikes.
To go get my hair cut from someone that charges too much, is too far away, but does a really good job, and my wife likes it. I like the kid. He used to work where I work, and you know, his love is being a barber or whatever. So, you know, I wanted to help kind of support him. But
is his name like Zohan? I love to cut hair. I want to cut hair.
No, but he's got some hair legs that the Zohan does, though.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, it's out there. It's black. It's all over the place. But no, yeah, I was always the guy that would want to, like, as an adult, I would like do the whole, like, I shave my head and then let it grow out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought about it, and I was like, when I was younger, you know, going to that Catholic school, we wore a uniform.
Right.
And so there were only really two things that you could do to distinguish yourself, like stand out.
Yeah.
And one was your shoes.
Okay.
You had
a little bit more freedom with your footwear.
With your shoes.
Okay.
Not a lot, but they didn't have to be that they weren't the same shoes. So you could have some freedom there. But the other one was your hair.
Okay.
So it was kind of, that's how you could stand out.
Yes, you could, impose your personality.
So I think I always looked at people's hair a lot more because I obviously wanted that to be my thing. So I always cared about how my hair looked.
Okay.
Even like playing soccer, it was like I wanted to pretend like I didn't care.
Yeah,
Had like the stoner hair, but like I want it to be like the right length. Did it curl the right amount?
It's like the stupid bedhead gel. It's like, it looks like you just got out of bed. It's like, why is that a good thing? Like, why is this something we want? But yeah, it's that effortless. You got to look at like, it's like, oh, this is just effortless. I woke up looking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure every girl is like, oh my God, it probably took him an hour to get it to
because they know. They know about hair care, and they're just like, that's not something right out of bed.
We're just so like rubes and boobs about it. We're just like, they'll never know that this took me like, I was late because my hair.
I was teasing my hair in the this darn cowlick. It won't go away.
It's like only every 5 minutes am I like touching my hair. Like, is it right? Is it not curly?
Somebody accidentally said, don't touch my hair.
Yeah. But yeah, I was always big into, I always wanted like the long hair, because like the soccer players that have the long hair, you know, like flow behind them when they're running or something. Yeah,
you run it so fast, just like, you can tell with the hair. Yeah, yeah.
That was always kind of like the look I wanted to have.
Well, it's never too late there, guy.
I did have it really long.
You did for a minute. I remember in college you had
Yeah.
it pretty shaggy.
Yeah.
For a
that
while
was
there.
Too long.
So what's going on here?
Yeah, just lazy. Just lazy. And then I think I literally just like almost like bicked it one day.
Wow.
I was like, that's it.
That's it.
Or no guard. It was like no guard.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it's probably gonna leave a little bit of hair, right? Bzz.
No.
I was like, no.
And once you do it once, there's no going back. You're like, I can't level it. Especially, you were probably one of those dogs that probably went right down the middle. And like, it's like, we'll do this one first.
Of
Yeah,
course.
And you're like, well, this is the length.
No
There's
going
no going
back.
back. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I don't even go to a barber. I haven't gone to a barber in, I don't know, 10 years. I cut my hair. I cut my own hair.
Do you really?
Yes. This is a Bigo special. Absolutely.
You do a good job, man.
Yeah. I get the missus to just, make sure I didn't miss any spots in the
Yeah.
back. But, yeah, this is just years and years of practice.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and like you said, everybody freaking charges way too much. So I'm like pocketing that money.
Yeah. One of these days I just want to go in there because he wants to do this whole like massage, a steamer in the face, which it does feel good. But I'm like, I do feel bad because the first, like, I've been going to him for like, I guess 4 years now. And for the first couple, because he's really into it. And so he's just like, yeah, it's like, I'll just show him a picture. Like, my wife literally gives me a picture of like Chris Hemsworth. And it's like, here, tell him to cut it like this. So I'm like, dude, this. And he's like, okay, so when we're here, do you want it like fading up a little bit more? And I'm like, and I feel bad, but I'd be like, dude, I wear a hat. I can wear a hat at work. I wear a hat everywhere I go. I just need the haircut. And I look back and I'm like, man, that was such an asshole thing to
Right?
say.
Yeah. You're like, this is his joy. This
Yes.
is his art, and you're like, just freaking cut my hair.
And I'm like I'm going to him because I want him to like be successful. I want him to do well. I want to like make him feel good about himself. And I'm like, I'm paying all this money to like degrade him and like make him feel bad cutting my hair. I'm like, what are you doing here? So now when he makes that comment, oh, you just put a hat on. I'm like, no. Not all the time.
Not after your haircuts.
It's like at work, I do, yes, but around the house and going out, I don't as much. I still do wear the hat all the time, but I don't
you don't want to break his heart.
No.
I mean, I'm sure he's just counting his cash. But you never did the thing where you went to get your hair cut because you could go to a beautiful woman who would massage your head and give you shampoo. Did you ever you purposely was like, well, I have to go get my hair cut, and it was just a smoking hottie that was doing it? That was the Sea Bear move.
Of course.
Sea Bear, he so much so that he didn't. We won't admit it, and he didn't outright, but he kind of discouraged me to go to the same girl because he's like, this is kind of my hairdresser. And this is back when he had his long. You remember he had his long hair,
Flowing locks.
Yeah, Sea Bear, the lion.
I mean, she did a good job then.
She did, yeah. So it wasn't he wasn't going to some slouch where she was butchering them. She was very good, but I'm sure that he could have gone to. There was two or three flamboyant men that were very happy to say, Chris, it's like I got an open seat. It's like I'll wait for Tiffany with an I at the end. Thank you very much. And I feel like that's kind of the. That's kind of the gimmick, right? It's like some of these women, they know that they're absolutely beautiful and stunning, and it's like they can charge $600 for a haircut. The big old dopes. Yeah,
of course,
that's a deal.
Yeah,
I get a steam and a shampoo. I don't have to use Pert Plus at home anymore.
She might really like me. Yeah. She leaned her whole body into me.
She was like, that massage was like 5 minutes longer than it was last time.
Hook, line, and sinker.
It's just like, it's just cute bartenders. It's the same thing.
Yeah, so Will just really took all your money when you guys were working together, didn't he? Because, people will go to him more often.
Yes, he's a handsome man. Yes, absolutely. Well, but we split tips, so I loved working with Will.
Oh, that sucks.
For him. It was great for me.
Yeah, I know. No wonder you didn't work that hard.
No, we were a great combination.
Yeah,
he was the looks, and I was the personality. Because Will's very stoic. He's businesslike when he's
very businesslike.
Very businesslike.
Yeah.
He wants to get that Guinness poured perfectly. And he was going, he left me in the dust. I think we overlapped for like 2 months before he left me.
Where'd he go?
He went to, first he went to Schlesinger's. You remember Schlesinger's? A really fancy restaurant. It was in that same area as Kelly's.
I remember seeing it, but
you never went in because you would never afford it. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, I was a beer of the month.
Beer of the month, yeah,
Bomb,
I know,
baby.
yeah. But no,
either that or no. Go ahead, finish.
No, but yeah. So he did that for a little bit, and then he moved over to Keegan's. So he went from one Irish bar to another Irish bar. But this Irish bar, my clientele was college kids. Yes. I was a college bar, and he went to a more, sophisticated Irish pub, I guess you could say. But it was right next to the Trader Joe's you guys worked at.
I know. So we would go over there like for last call, every single. But man, it was great because it would be packed, and Will would just be like, "What do you need, man?"
Yeah, you knew the bartender. Yeah, you guys were VIPs.
No, I feel bad now, but I always remember because I was always the beer of the month guy. But then every so often get a hair up my ass and be like, "What's the drink I can get Brandon to make that makes him have to work?"
Oh my God, I hated you for that.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being I just really want to like punch you in the face, like where did that rank?
It depended on the day. Like if you got me like in the middle of like a Friday rush, I think there were a couple times I was like, pick something else.
Yeah.
Like, I flat out told you. I was like, you don't pick something else. I'm giving you a beer of the month. I'm popping this top, and that's what you're getting. You're getting some fruity grapefruit Michelob Ultra that's like fresh off the presses. That's what you were drinking. The blackberry. You're going to get the blackberry twist Michelob Ultra. That's what you're getting.
You were generally very nice though and would do it though.
And if you got me at a good moment where it's like wasn't hectic, or if maybe I was trying to show off in front of a patron or two,
yes,
I would do it. I would do like a fire shot, even though we were not allowed to do that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Or I create a shot in front of you. I buy this, and Jimbo can be my witness for this. I am the true creator of the fireball shot. I am the creator.
Whoa.
I know. Bomb dropped, right? It's not in the same format because the fireball that you get is just like whiskey. It's like cinnamon whiskey right there. But I made a shot where it was Goldschlager.
Okay.
Shot of Goldschlager. It was a dash of, I think I used Pete's hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
And then a few drops of grenadine. Shake that bad boy up, and it tasted just like a fireball candy.
Really?
I, Bigo, am the creator of fireball shots. So for those of you that haven't tried to go buy yourself some
that
Goldschlager,
on your resume.
right? Yeah, that did not get me very far. This guy's bragging about drinking like. Do I want him at Enterprise Rent-A-Car? Probably not.
They hired you anyway.
I did, yeah. I scribbled that. I whited that one. Let's take that one.
Let's send them to the airport, our busiest location.
They did too.
I know.
But yeah, no, you were good. You guys are good patrons. You guys always talked me up, and I didn't expect it. We were college kids. I didn't expect big tips. I just expected some good laughs, and you guys afforded them to me, so I appreciate that. The worst one was the stupid freaking Shamrock Shake. I don't know why we even put that in because it was a frozen drink. That's a number because I got to get the blender out and I get ice, I get milk, I get ice cream.
Yeah,
you do that we're out. I'm out of ice cream. I'm not doing
it. somehow could never make it on a Friday night.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, we just always run. People come in Friday.
Yeah, you got to make a business decision, man.
Yeah, it's quantity at this point. I need to get to as many people as possible.
Thankfully, most of the time when we were there, like in school when the kids were there, it was mostly kind of cool out, so it wasn't really worth getting a frozen.
Yeah,
like the summers. I mean, I don't even know if you stayed down there. You might have been.
I did
home.
a couple,
but even then, you don't get those college kids that are coming in. So even if someone asks for it, you're like,
well, no. The problem is the Shamrock Shake Show came on St. Patrick's Day every year. I dreaded it.
Oh,
it's green because it had cream to mint, and it was green food coloring. It was a nightmare to make.
Yeah, okay.
And then I had to clean the freaking blender after every use. Absolute nightmare.
Yeah, that does sound bad.
But hey, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Now it sounds good. Now I want a Shamrock Shake. But yeah, man. So we've got a few more very beautiful weeks of football to continue to talk to. Looking forward to it. I've got our bet total right now. You're beating me 5-4. 5-4 because of that Packers game. Thanks a lot.
This is the weekend
Pack.
where moves.
This will be it. This is where we'll start seeing these streaming changes. You still feeling confident, man?
Well, I know. I was going to say we're going to kind of backtrack to that a little bit because I am, and I'm weary of that because I think there's quite a decent amount of people that think that Buffalo is going to beat Denver, and I'm not liking that.
Oh, you don't like people jumping on that bandwagon?
I don't. But I truthfully, and I don't think we brought up on the podcast, but one stat that I think I had read like the day after we did it, because we were kind of like, we kept picking all these upsets for the most part.
Yeah. I think, for the most part, because, I mean, if you include the Packers, they won that. On the NFC side, I picked all of the lower seeds to win.
But this was the first time in NFL history that the top 2 seeds in each conference, the quarterbacks, none of them have won a postseason game. So there was just all those like questions with those guys.
Very true.
Which kind of makes sense now as to why we're all kind of like, I don't know, like we could see any team beating any team. And yeah, that's a big reason. I'm going to say this, though. Houston might make a run. Because that New England defense or offense,
it didn't look
Drake
great.
May had better play better.
Yeah.
Because that Chargers offense was not good.
No.
And C.J. Stroud and that offense are much better. I'd be a little worried if I was a Patriots fan.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm a bit worried about that side of my bet, but at the same time, they did what they needed to do. They maybe they got the jitters out in that first game.
That's true.
And they'll kind of get back to form. But to your point, it's like, I don't know if they've faced a defense like that defense all year.
I mean, the Patriots, some of you out there will disagree with me, but they really have played the easiest schedule possibly in NFL history leading up to this point.
NFL history?
Okay, because the 2000 Ravens, that's a good defense. I don't think they played one solid quarterback all year. But for real, the Patriots have not really played a tough schedule at all. And I still question them a little bit. And so, I think Houston's defense might actually do some damage.
Yeah, I could see it. Drake May is a big boy. I don't know if he's going to get scared off the pressure, but I also don't know about his pocket presence acumen. He sees 2 ends coming at him from the outside. Is he going to be able to step up? Is he going to be able to know when to run? Or is he going to panic? I have no idea. Good thing is that, one of the best things for a young quarterback is a good safety valve, and he's got a few of them. Travion Henderson's a great safety valve. Henry's a great safety valve. So
they're a well-coached team. Maybe they pick up those blitzes, give them a little bit more time. But we'll see. Other than that, I think the other games, they could go like either way to me, and I wouldn't be super surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a little worried about the weather for the Rams up in Chicago. It's going to be cold. And Stafford's got a hurt arm. He's not really a cold weather guy.
He's an old man.
He's a dome guy.
He is a dome guy. Yeah, even when he played in a cold weather city, it was in a dome.
And I'm a believer in that.
You made fun of me about where they playing for the Super Bowl. Now look at you. It's
going to be a nice weather game.
A dome hypothesizer.
Hey.
No, I mean, I agree. I'm not as confident. I'm surprised how confident you are about the Bills. I mean, they had their hands full with the Jags. And
the Jags are on an 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, but are you saying the Jags defense and the Broncos defense, they're apples to apples comparison? And Allen got rocked in that game.
Well, it's more Bo Nix, man, I guess.
I know. Just like how I have zero respect for C.J. Stroud, you have zero respect for Bo Nix.
I just do in a big playoff game like this. But yeah, I don't know. Josh Allen might not make it out of that game.
We'll see. I don't know. Maybe those DNs, those pass rushers, they get gassed. They've been doing it all year. Maybe they're finally just burnt out.
Unfortunately, they had a whole week to recover.
At the same time, but then we go. Like,
they could be rusty.
Does that week make you rusty? The college football playoffs, look at them. Of course, they're kids.
Indiana.
But, yeah, unless you're Indiana. Jesus Christ. But yeah, man. So we've got a tight race right now. 5-4. You are in the lead because we only differed on one. But to your point, we could see a 8-point swing depending on how these games go.
I think this weekend determines who wins between us.
Wow. Okay.
I really do.
I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping that one of our two teams falters and falls off.
And then the AFC Championship game does it.
Yeah.
Or if we get, like, the Bills versus the Seahawks.
Yeah, exactly. We could get the Bills or the Pats versus the Rams.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, you're facing your Rams facing the Bears. Seahawks are facing the Niners. They both win. They still have to face each other.
I know.
Bills are playing the Broncos. Pats are playing the Texans, and then they still would have to face each other. So there's a real close reality that our Super Bowl contenders will face each other, not this week, but next week.
It's true.
And that'll be the week.
I'm just worried about my Bills and Rams. I just am. A 5 and 6 seed. Come on.
I love it though. I love the confidence. And you stuck to your guns. And man, like I said, I'll give you all the credit in the world, man, if that happens, because you predicted it in like week 12 or 13.
Yes.
Incredible. Even that it's a possibility is pretty incredible.
Thanks, man.
All right, that's your one little golf clap you get from me today.
It took you 2.5 hours to get there.
I did it. I made it there. Well, we made it a little bit longer, I guess, because we haven't seen you guys for an extra, or heard you guys, or you guys haven't heard us.
Yeah.
For a few extra days, so we gave you a few extra minutes. I think that's fair.
Agreed. Yeah. We'll probably be just as long on Monday. I'm tired of making the excuses that why
no
we're
excuses.
So long.
Yeah, this is who we are, and you're welcome that you get all this glorious content.
Yeah, you could just fast forward through a lot of it. You get the rigmarole now. We start non-sports, sports in the middle, non-sports at the end.
Yeah, we just did a little twist because we threw a little bit of sports in at the end. Gotcha. You thought you skipped it? Gotcha. You can't escape it.
So how did you see that Arsenal Chelsea?
No, come on, man. Now you're putting people to sleep. Jesus. There's a time and a place.
I thought it was worth a shot.
Yeah, you gave it the old college try.
Do you have any last words?
No, man. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
I was lost without this Monday recording, and you did jinx us, my friend. You said that we're going to get back to our Mondays. First time I can't go on Monday. I can't do it. I should have really guilted you into it, just had you sniveling on over here. But no, I got nothing else. I'll be white knuckling on the couch like I was this last week on these games.
Yeah.
And then we got a game on Monday. I guess we're going to live stream for the Natty Championship. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You heard it here. He's jinxing us again. He's going to, go into a energy drink coma or something like that on Sunday night.
I promise just one energy drink from here until Monday.
Whoa. Yeah. Just one a day or?
One total.
Get out of here. Okay.
I do less in the winter than I do in the summer.
Okay.
It's cold, so coffee, warm.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still getting your caffeine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm still going to
No. I was like, you're going to go through withdrawals for like a week?
Nah, 2 cups of coffee in the morning, 2 in the afternoon.
Jesus. Are you ever not on the potty? Like just pumping that out?
In one end, right out the other. Part of the routine.
Little coffee enema. Yeah, this is the way to go.
Get your squatty potty.
How many magazines you got stacked up on that? Well, I guess you got your phone.
Yeah, I got your phone. So, yeah,
it's endless magazines.
Why do you think I always have the most ad drops in our fantasy sports?
It's like, my wife got on me about sitting on the toilet for too long, so she sent me a terrifying article about the longer you sit on the toilet, the more likely you're going to get hemorrhoids.
I saw that too. I think that was just a woman writing it, trying to get their men off the toilet.
Get off the toilet.
Stop hiding in the bathroom.
This is my fortress of solitude.
My dad, real quick, my dad told me a story. Growing up, neighbor was kind of catty-corn to us. And same lawn, that we had. And my dad would, cut everything, weed whack and everything, cut it in an hour. And neighbor would take 3-4 hours, and he'd go over there and he's like, Jim, they were friends. He was like, dude, what takes you so long with your yard? And he's like, you got 3 kids running around. This is my only.
This is heaven right here. Yeah, this is my. I can listen to the game on my headphones while I'm doing this. Yeah.
So you got your bathroom.
It's my fortress of solitude.
The only place you got.
And it's like, it's the one place they don't want to bother because, like, it's stinky in there. I don't want to go in there.
So you stay in there as long as you need to.
Hemorrhoids or not, let's go.
Let's go. Worth it. No.
But how about you? Got any last words before we sign off today?
No, thank you for your patience, everybody. I did really want to make it on Monday. I like our routine. I was all ready for it. But that's okay, because then we'll just be back at it on this next Monday.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
Quick
get
turnaround.
Right? Yeah, we'll make it 3 hours again.
Here's to hoping. But no, yeah, we'll have some more good stuff. We'll recap the games. We'll get into a little bit more of the Winter Olympics. Not sure where we'll hit with that, but it'll obviously be a little something.
And we've heard you. We'll get some more non-sports talk, some little banter back and forth. We'll keep pumping that through.
Yeah, we threw a couple stories in there. We'll kind of see what else we can do. But that is another episode of the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast. Thanks for hanging with us. The two friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years still can't agree on anything. Hit the follow button, drop a rating, email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com, and we'll see you in just a few days with different takes, same nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.